going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing y'all niggas back to fucking greatness, bro. This chapter, it wasn't fire, it wasn't fire, it wasn't nigga, shit was everything, bro. This chapter was everything.
Covered in sperm.
This shit got netted all over, bro, like everywhere. It was just skeet everywhere. You're right, Keishan. Let me just put it like this: the community has been exceptionally controversial because of this chapter. Fights, arguments, debates, discussions, all week long, calling niggas creditless, calling people the R word, cursing at each other, all because of some cum. So, we're here. You already know the heroes had to come together for this greatness. Let's see what y'all think. What's going on, guys?
I don't know what to expect with this character. Like, I kind of figured a replication ability. Like hours before I did the reaction, I was like, is he going to replicate because he's a sperm and all that kind of stuff? And then he fucking did it. And I'm like, okay. But there's going to be a limit with this motherfucker. I know it.
I don't know much about BS, but Child Emperor's pretty good. Yeah, I like Child Emperor a lot more. But generally, like with him, when I suppose we'll talk about Black Sperm when we get to it. But when the next thing you see is just his little head surrounded by a giant arm, don't really know where to take it from there. but I'm excited to see where it goes.
I'm waiting for the extra kind of non-canon chapters from Grimm and seeing how he describes to us in great detail Black Sperm's actual powers and backstory, because there's bound to be another backstory, part 3.
I liked this chapter. It was fun. Yeah, baby, it was fun seeing this. But yeah, honestly, this was like almost a literal panel-for-panel recreation of how this went down in the webcomic. At least Atomic Samurai versus Black Sperm. But before that, all that Child Emperor stuff, that's all new to the manga. But yeah, I liked it, you know. But it seems like Murata and One are just doing that cliffhanger weekly stuff now. So that's fine. I mean, it keeps us on the edge of our seats.
But I enjoyed this chapter. It might seem like blasphemy, but I'm still waiting to see why Black Sperm is as hyped up as he's been by the community. Don't get me wrong, he was cool in this chapter, but I still have to see more.
Oh my, Brad, what the fuck, bro? Damn, bro, I was not expecting that.
I agree with Satsuki Dono. I feel like he was cool and everything. He displayed some awesome abilities, all that good stuff. But I want to see what makes him the executive that everyone is going on about. What makes him the badass mode cheddar that people are going on and on. He needs to have a transformation. This guy gotta go Super Saiyan or some shit.
That's when he turns into a baby.
This is, oh my, we're definitely gonna have a discussion later on. But to not get sidetracked, let's get it popping with this cover page. I believe the volumes or there was some commotion with the volumes. And I think this actual release completes the full picture of 4. If you guys have more information on it.
We got one more.
Okay. It looks fucking badass. I think I can try and put up the picture if I find it on the screen, but I saw a part of it that still has Pooty Pooty still left out. The Child Emperor portion still in. It looks really, really good. I'm excited for it. But in particular, like,
you could talk about the back of it.
Go ahead.
Did you see the back of it? Like, you saw like the cover that the volumes make, but have you seen what the back of the volumes make?
No. Drop a picture.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh
I
my
believe
god!
that. I don't believe that. Grimm.
There's no way. I think you're trolling.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him talking about it.
I mean, I smoke a lot of weed, bro. I probably forgot. Who knows?
Oh god.
No amount of weed is gonna make Grimm forget about this.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Oh, I said ass. I'm titty.
Oh my god.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yo, she's like, oh my gosh, bro.
I think Linlin's winning this, though.
She's 14.
Yeah.
No, Linlin ain't 14.
Listen.
Lily is 14. Linlin is like in her 20s.
Oh, I must be getting them mixed up though.
Either way, if her age ain't on the clock.
Okay.
Nah, we not.
No.
Okay.
That's
not-
the,
I wonder what
that's
that
the
first
rule
poll
of thumb.
question's going to be like.
I think that's what the law says, right?
Yeah, that's. You gotta make sure there's an analog clock around, and then if her age doesn't match it, you good, right?
This ain't bull. This is
No.
bullshit. I ain't going to prison for him.
Shush.
Well, we're talking about American stuff anyway. I don't know what the laws are like in Europe land, but in the real law, you know, the Constitution, I don't think it says anything about age, so it's all good.
Yeah. Freedom of
Not
speech.
that I condone it. I'm just trying to support my boy Grimm.
You sure, bro? Remember that one girl? That one time that we went to go see? And you spent the night?
Yeah, probably shouldn't talk about that on the podcast.
Oh, my fault. He didn't do that.
What is going on with this
I
episode?
see why you
I'm
like
confused.
furry prisoner.
We're pushing the envelope here, all right? We're getting super edgy.
Oh, shit. All right, let's keep it pushing now. So another huge point, we were talking about this last podcast, and he's just like added to the hype. Murata was able to animate a portion of the cover page, or I guess what is going to be considered the actual cover page. How'd you guys feel about that? What are your thoughts?
We were actually talking about that. I don't know, one of these podcasts before this came out, we were like, yeah, we saw Murata working on some animation shit on Twitter. And I guess we originally, or at least I thought that he was just doing it for fun, but apparently no. He's legitimately trying to make these animated cover pages here, and he was pretty successful in it. That looks awesome. So hey, if we are always getting something like this, that would be incredible, and it just shows that Murata isn't content with already being the best. He just has to take it to the next level, and I love that shit. I love when people just keep doing that. Got to go back to Michael Jordan. He wasn't content with just one championship. He wasn't content with 2. He just had to go and get 6 or 5, whatever he got. But still, Murata
that's
is
for
the
golf.
Michael Jordan
Or was it
of
baseball?
battle manga.
It freaked me out when I saw it move. Well, I wasn't expecting it. I scrolled down, and then the bird flies, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, the bird's flying.
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
I'm
Kind of took me by surprise as well, but I didn't know it was Murata who did it until people told me.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it too much because if I start thinking about Murata animating, then that seals the deal on One Punch Man. Because if that happens, like, I'm just gonna otherwise my hopes will get up, and then I'm like, yo, what if he actually animates a fight one time? And I don't need that.
Hey,
So
look,
I probably should have said that.
It's very possible that he could because that's what One used to do with the webcomic.
What do you mean?
Sometimes he would like sprinkle in animated fight scenes. It would only last like 2 or 3 seconds, but still.
How? What? So then, all right. So because I think I'm confused here. So like, the webcomic, it can only be found online.
Yeah, it's on. If you go to One's Twitter, the link for it is in his bio.
And there's never going to be any published form of the particular webcomic. That's what the manga's for, correct?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
It might one day, because Mob Psycho is being published and it's just One's art, but I don't see it happening for a bit.
Yeah, but it's on. I think it's on its 10-year anniversary this week. And as far as I know, the webcomic hasn't been published in physical form. Maybe it was once, but I don't know about it personally.
Okay, because I'm like, this should technically is only possible here, like, because we're reading on these sites or whatever. So I'm like, there's no like, Is it gonna be one of those holograms? You remember those old holograms, the pieces of paper, where like you move it around and it showed different shapes? Is that gonna be the manga?
Yeah. No, it's gonna be like a paper thin LCD that has the animation on it.
But you then have to pay to get a download of the new installment. And it erases the old one because the memory sucks.
Hopefully we don't have a problem later on.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I'm just waiting for, Murata to animate season 3, but that's about it. I was a little bit surprised by the sudden movement. I saw Crow and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then it started moving. I was like, oh shit, what are you doing?
Were you guys able to read this on other sources? Like, because I use manga decks to read it, but like, does like manga stream have it like animated as well or no?
Yeah, I read it.
I'm looking at it manga stream right now, and it's animated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went the extra step and made it a GIF. As we're on manga decks, it's just the dudes on Reddit. And they kind of just go and get it out as fast as they can. So I don't think they really had the time to make a GIF out of it. Or maybe they just didn't care.
No, it's on there too on manga decks, yeah.
Oh, then they updated it. Cool.
I think they actually had 2 versions of it. One where it was a still image and then the GIF.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where I read it.
But let's unravel into the chapter. So one of the points that I found interesting, and that we previously were discussing whether it was going to develop into something huge or not, we almost thought it was certain, are the transponders. Did you guys have any opinions on that, how it turned out this chapter? Any like more predictions or like disappointments? What are your thoughts on transponders?
Tomic can't use technology. Best moment of the chapter for me, or at least early part of the chapter.
I think it may be important later on when teamwork is going to be needed. But so far, we've seen the heroes be able to solo fights, with the exception of like the disciples. So I think the transponders will be they'll be key later on. But right now, it's just like whatever. All Child Emperor needed to really do was relay the message that he had with Gamma's bitch ass. That was it.
It's interesting that you bring that up, because I think it was mentioned like 2 or 3 times this chapter, the whole teamwork thing. So to you mention that like they don't even need teamwork right now, that's interesting as fuck. I want to see how that turns out.
Oh, well, somebody might need teamwork.
Who's that?
Next question.
Yeah, I think Satsuki pretty much nailed it. There's something really at this point. I think obviously because they introduced it, it's got to play something later on, but until now it is just a way to say, oh, well, Gonma's out there, and then obviously it's really kind of like what sets the second act, I guess, of the Mock Association into motion too.
What do you mean by that?
So, like, I guess if we break it down, like, the first act was probably ended with Orochi's defeat, yeah. So we think it's all okay. But then, like, it's that look. I guess, like, it basically tells the second act's beginning, because now Child Emperor knows about Wagonma. It's just what lets us know that the second act's probably be about the executives, and then the final act's probably about Garo. I was just thinking about that today.
Huh.
Yeah, I was just I was happy that I was happy that what's his face, Child Emperor was just like, bitches, I need y'all to respond so I could just go home, get some sleep. That hit me real deep. But yeah, other than that, I'm hoping the transponders have some sort of other element to them. Like, I'm hoping Child Emperor put like a failsafe in them, like he'll use them as some sort of explosive or something later on. But other than that, we'll see how it goes.
Didn't you last time during the Phoenix fight, you said some crazy shit like Child should like take off his watch and use it to explode? Some shit like that. You were on some like crazy shit, bro.
Like, I want to see him do some creative shit, and I'm cool with that.
Anything
he hasn't done enough.
He's done some creative shit. Not gonna
He's
lie.
done the most.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that the S-Class heroes even responded. It just didn't seem like they were going to, because before we were even going into like the beginning of this raid, it seemed like they didn't give a shit. And not only did they not give a shit, but it seems like they didn't even really understand how this worked. So, I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised that they responded. In fact, like, even My Mask and Atomic Samurai responded. So that's kind of cool, and I like that they were giving him some encouragement. You know, Zombie Man, it's like, John Epper, great job. Even Pig God chimed in between him consuming calories and whatnot. But I like that we're finally getting, like, some solid progression here, because it seems like they pretty much have Waganma here. Now, of course, somebody could just come out of nowhere and be like, nope, we're taking him, which I assume is probably going to happen. I mean, you know, in theory, there could be just infinite amount of fodder, even though there's only about 400 or so of them, you know, around that number. But we just keep seeing them, so there could just be any amount of, like, lingering demons out there, because we always see them come up and out of nowhere, you know, like Vacuuma, the Devil Executioner guy. So I'm sure once Child Emperor passes off Waganma to the support team, they're going to have to fight somebody, because they haven't done enough yet, and they're still on the surface for a reason. So I guess we're going to see that too.
Overground.
So you just want them to be vaporized?
Yes, and I think Grimm would have an issue with one of them getting vaporized at least.
Well, yeah, well, we won't see any more development on Mizuki's fan service.
No, fuck you. I don't want that image in my head.
Mizuki getting vaporized?
Yes. You evil.
Mark my words right now. Mizuki and Fubuki will never die. That will never happen.
They better not.
Ooh, about that. I
Put
mean,
buddy on that.
I mean, never mind.
Oh no.
Oh shit. So along the same path, we got some Mizuki presentation, which, you know, we even had to ask that one of the poll questions, bro. Does Mizuki want that child dick? Or excuse me, the Emperor dick?
Oh my God.
Emperor dick. Emperor dick.
No, get the fuck
It's the
out
same
of here.
thing.
Trash
really doesn't
question.
change.
The better question is,
Trash
does Zombie
question.
Man want that Emperor dick?
Oh god, no. Oh no.
I remember what you said too about their relationship. About the Japanese culture trying to force them together and shit.
Dude, it's true. I mean, both like instances of them oddly always being together, and the Koreans and Japanese hungering for it.
What were you gonna say, Matt?
Well, I remember we used to talk about the chapters, mate.
When?
Oh shit.
I got nothing to... What do you want me to say?
Well, we're 4 pages in, but this is normal for us.
Wait, I gotta ask. Sorry, Matt. What the hell's an emperor dick?
Oh shit. Hey, hashtag Emperor Dick in the comment section. Oh shit. So I forgot the hero's name. Do you guys remember the guy who was yelling at the Child Emperor?
Needle Star.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Needle Star.
Ego Star?
Needle.
Needle.
Oh, Needle
Remember,
Star. That's
Remember,
right.
he uses a flail, so it has needles or spikes on the ball.
Morning Star.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
No, Morning Star is more of a mace, which is
That's what
a
he
weighted.
has.
No, he's got a flail. It's a really long chained flail
So why is his name Needle Star?
because of the spikes on the ball. I just went.
Oh no, bruh. So either way, out of like all the support team guys, we had a few of them who stood out in particular. I personally think Needle Star was one of them. Did this situation or his mindset on not only like Child Emperor but the S-Class heroes in general, did that like raise his stock for you, or do you not feel anything for Needle Star?
I felt nothing. He didn't raise. I mean, what do you mean raise his stock as like a character? Like cool? Yeah, I think it was like a cool character moment. Kind of cool, you know. But like you. Like, is the question is, am I supposed to take anything away from what he said in this chapter? Because if so, nah, I'm not taking anything away.
He doesn't seem like the glasses type.
Nah, I think a class hero at best. I don't think he'll be ever focused on again, honestly. But,
Damn.
He got more
Alright.
focus in this one chapter.
I'm gonna remember that.
That's fucked up, bro. They literally say like.
I mean, if we do have an arc where we're literally focusing on like the lower class heroes, okay. But if not, yeah, I don't think we're going to see much of Needle Star. But I could be.
No, I mean I like Needle Star, but I don't think he's not like a priority character. He might show up in like the background and stuff, but you watch Satsuki, he's gonna turn out to be G6.
What? G6. God damn.
Oh shit, bro.
You might as well just say he's secretly blast or something.
Well, no, because Tario's blast. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
My bad.
So you're calling him potentially Jesus, if I'm understanding right? So instead of breaking bread, he breaks your bones.
He breaks bad.
Well, he is a delinquent, so drug dealing, whatever.
Not gonna lie, I thought Matt said he was Jesus. So I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, like Needle Star's comment about the wall for S-Class being incredibly high after seeing Child Emperor turn his back on them and walk away alone. I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I don't really want to see more of Needle Star. He doesn't really interest me so much.
Wow, fuck you.
And his hairstyle's kind of dead. But yeah, he doesn't interest me that much.
Yeah. Well, I like Needle Star, alright? I think he's a cool character, and he has an interesting backstory, alright? And this is the second time that they've mentioned that there is potential to the support team here, and that one day they could possibly become S-Class heroes. And this is the second instance in particular where that line is dropped, specifically pointing out Needle Star here. So I think that means there is significance to this character and that he will later on become, in fact, an S-Class hero. When is that going to happen? Not anytime soon. I mean, really, not anytime soon. I mean, literally, like 4 years is the minimum before we see anything like that happening. But it's still going to happen. And when it does, and if we're still friends, I'm going to rub your nose in the shit.
If he becomes the S-Class hero, I will be so disappointed. He's just like a guy in Metal Bat.
Nigga, stop!
Oh, they could be delinquent rivals, though. That would actually be kind of cool.
Wondering, do you think he's got any connection to Metal Battle?
I don't think so.
This guy was
Unless they
telling
like randomly went to school and Metal Bat bullied him or something.
somebody
Or is
was
it like
telling.
Wait, how old is Metal Bat?
17.
19?
Yeah, it's like 15 or
No,
17.
17, yeah. Like
17.
Damn.
He's like right there. I think Garo's older than him or some shit like that. Like by a year or two.
Yeah, Garo's 18.
They could have been in rival gangs. One always using a bat and one using like a baseball or some other kind of ball to throw it at. And that's why he has the chain mace.
Rival schools.
If they did, I imagine like a Yusuke Kuwabara relationship.
Shout out to Rival Schools, the game on Dreamcast that had banchos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it is. The somebody told me before, and I was able to look it up, that the bancho is a style, and that's what Metal Bat like is literally modeled after exactly. And he doesn't look like, or Needle Star doesn't look like that. So I'd be skeptical if they did have a past together. But I definitely agree with Zhoniin's sentiment that like this was mentioned for a reason. Now I also agree that if this nigga does turn into an S-Class, he's just be trash as fuck. Like the design is booty, the weapons booty.
God damn.
Not this
Everybody's getting their faces rubbed.
Anybody but this nigga.
No, he gotta get an upgrade, bro. He's wearing what He's wearing those. He's wearing like a needle as earrings, bro.
Hell yeah. Clothespin earrings. It's dope.
Safety pins.
He has to get an upgrade. At least make them gold or something. I mean, I don't know what color they are.
Well, how would you even know what color they were?
Get them iced out.
Maybe they are gold.
You know,
Maybe everything he's wearing is gold.
I'm gonna say just for Zhoniin, Needle Star is trash.
That means he's about to be.
He's about to be Ross.
I'll see you in 4 years. Put a pin in this.
Well, I said it because the last time I said something was trash, we got Phoenix Man.
Yeah, that's the curse, bro. That's the
so you're trying to help me here?
Yeah, that's physics,
I'm trying
bro.
to help a brother out.
Oh, well,
That's how shit works now.
But also, fuck you at the same time.
Well, that's about what it'll amount to.
Needle Star's my favorite character in the series. All right.
That's tough.
All right. So it's a quick point, but we talked about this last week. This is made much more prominent this week, and I think for a fact he's got to have some shit. Why the fuck is Child Emperor going back?
Well, he said in the previous chapter that he was going to go back anyway just to support them because it's like, shit, man, they only are going to be dealing with dragons now. And I don't think they entirely understand how many dragons are left, as far as I know. I mean, they know that there are dragons down there, for sure. They know that the executives are a thing, but I don't think they know exactly how many. And Child Emperor is, I think, the only character besides Flashy Flash and Purry Purry who knows how powerful these friggin' dudes are. So he's like, yeah, they're going to need some help. Even the crazy bastards like Atomic Samurai and Flashy Flash and Darkshine aren't going to be able to do this by themselves.
I think I definitely agree with that. I'm more curious about what he has to be capable of doing that. We saw previously that his backpack has a bunch of appendages that he can utilize at all times. He can pull things out like flutes, shields, umbrellas. He's very, very capable in terms of his tech. He can defend himself to a certain degree. But that the destruction of Brave Giant is a huge blow to the forces of the heroes. So, assuming that Child Emperor doesn't have a second model, or he didn't send his specs to go to his factory with upgrades and shit to make another one, he's kind of disadvantaged here. So, like, it's like we asked last week, is it realistic for Child Emperor to go back down here and help?
Well, there might.
Oh, good.
I'm sure a lot of you are fans of the Marvel series, the cinematic universe. What happened in Iron Man 3?
He blew up all his suits.
But what did he do with them
the
first?
Mandarin was fake.
House Party Protocol?
Spoilers, the Mandarin was fake.
How about some Brave Giant prototypes?
Oh, you think he's about to summon up a whole legion of Brave Giants?
Brave Giant himself is a prototype.
Yeah, sometimes you have a lot of prototypes. They may not be powerful, but in mass, they might be able to at least do something.
But don't you think that he would have brought the other one after the original had died?
I don't know.
Or is he pulling a Luffy on us and just intentionally holding back his power-ups just for the right time?
Well, he is smart, so, tactical advantages. He's like, okay, I took down my big threat right now. I don't want to signal off what I have left to any other foes that I might stumble upon.
But he did. He literally said it. That's why I'm questioning whether he realistically is going down here with an intention, or whether he actually has some information that he sent to make another Brave Giant. Because whenever he first used it, he started crying. Remember, we were bitching him and shit like that. Oh, I have to use my full power.
Nah, that was you bitching.
That was I think that was you and Zarzo.
Look, he was acting like a little bitch out there, whoa, whatever. But he brought that thing though. He really did brought it. So I don't think it's what Keishan mentioned, that it's he has multiple prototypes that are ready and that can be called whenever needed. But I think it's highly probable, especially with the shit that we saw in Phoenix Man's fight, where Phoenix Man said that Child Emperor sent battle data somewhere. If he can send information without fucking it needing to be drawn or anything like that, what else could he fucking be doing?
I think what's going to end up happening with Child Emperor is probably like one of three things. I think he's either going to be the one to find Tario and lead him out there, which I think that's probably least likely, just because Tario and Garo have that connection and whatnot. So I think Tario is going to end up seeing Garo before he sees anybody else. So there's that. There's also, it could just be like Child Emperor can like lead other heroes to like for example, like Flashy Flash, he's completely like lost. Like he can lead heroes to other heroes that need help, kind of do what like Gero is doing, like put heroes in the right situations. Or fuck, what was the last one? Oh yeah, or he could meet up with King, because what they always do with King is he always gets dragged along. You know what I'm saying? He gets dragged along into danger. So I think Child Emperor could be like link up with him, and then he's like, "Yo, King, help me!" And then King's like, "Oh shit, now, hey, I was chilling," and then he like Child Emperor inadvertently like puts King in danger, because that always happens one way or another.
I just thought of a crazy scenario. Okay, what just happened to King just a few chapters ago? He ran into someone he thought was a person, and it turned out to be a monster. What if he runs into Child Emperor, thinking it's another monster that's taking his appearance, and then runs the fuck away?
Or kills him.
Yeah.
Why does my little heart feel weird?
Yeah, he ain't run away from the other monster. He's not running away from Child.
I'm dead now.
I gotta see that.
All right, but I'm thinking let's go back to our favorite battle anime manga, One Piece. We all love it. We've all said it's our favorite, so let's go back to that. Remember the Cracker fight, which we were actually talking about before the stream started. Remember the role that Nami had in that fight with Luffy? I'm thinking that's more or less what Child Emperor is going to be doing or intends to do down here. As we've already established, he's super limited against these ultra-powerful characters without the assistance of Brave Giant. But he's not completely nerfed. He still does have his backpack, which I guess has no limits to it. He can just have anything he wants in there. There's no rules to this thing. So he has that, but also his brain, his mind, his battle tactic, his fight IQ, that in itself is very valuable asset to the battle here. So I'm thinking that he's going to have like a Nami type element here where he's just going to lay back, giving them info, helping them take down these guys, and then assisting them with whatever little tricks that he can give them. But the main brunt of the force will be on the heavy hitters that he's assisting. So if they, let's say Atomic Samurai is still fighting Black Sperm and Child Emperor comes down here and says, "Look, I've already figured out what's going on with this guy. This is what you got to do, Atomic Samurai, and here's how I'm going to assist you in it."
Could work.
Massive.
Or he scavenges.
What I'm hoping is Child Emperor goes back in, is severely overwhelmed, gets his ass beat, and then what's his name? Metal Knight comes in, and he's like,
Befoy Metal Knight?
sorry?
Dr. Befoy Metal Knight.
Yeah, the one with the
Okay.
3-eyed droid. He comes in and he's like, "Alright, cool, you're getting your ass beat. I seen your mecha. This is my mecha," and he pops out with like his version of Brave Giant, and he whoops some ass.
My nigga, all that shit was trash, but if he comes out with a Brave Giant, I'm here for it, bruh. Yo,
That would be wrong.
I call it Courageous Colossus.
that'll be a real Gundam, bro. That'll be a real Gundam.
Honestly, Metal Knight, I mean, I'm not saying your theory is trash. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if Metal Knight really did have his way, he would just straight up nuke the Monster Association like what he originally wanted to do.
True, but I'm hoping, I know for sure it's probably not going to happen, but the only one he seems to care about, even minutely, is probably Child Emperor.
That is true. That's his former assistant.
Mm-hmm. So if he was going to do anything, if one of them was in danger, he probably has like some sort of transponder in like Child Emperor's left ass cheek or something.
I was gonna say up his butt.
What?
Why are you touching me down there, Dr. Buffet? For your own good.
This is
It's
too
like
much.
just keep eating that special ice cream I gave you. Yeah, it's kind of making me sleepy. What the hell's going on? It's
Eating
like,
that Bill
no.
Cosby flavored ice cream I gave you.
Hey,
Wait.
disclaimer:
I didn't-
no children were hurt in the making of this podcast.
I didn't say anything going that deep. You guys started going a different direction.
This is the edge one. This is the edgiest podcast. We're pushing the envelope.
I have a request of the audience. Can someone please find like the first time we all started talking, and then immediately just make a video where it cuts to this conversation? Because I don't know what route we've gone down to talk about this.
It
We've
was
all
a
been
steady
eating
decline.
Grimm cells.
Nah,
It was just we just slowly devolved into degeneration.
I blame the one and only Black Stannis.
Yo, check out check out Zhoniin's merchandise page. He's selling Grimm cells.
Yeah. You know how Belle Delphine is selling her bathwater? I'm selling Grimm cells like that.
Wait a minute. Now, these cells,
Are
How
they
you-
black?
yeah. How are you
It's a
delivering
proprietary
these cells?
blend. How am I delivering them? It's all stuffed in a jar, and I'll hand deliver them to you.
What the fuck, bro? Buy 3, get a
Thank
free
you for it.
Tatsumaki t-shirt.
Yeah. Tatsumaki body pillow.
Yeah, oh yeah, you
The
go.
discount code is in the description.
With a plastic baggie in the bottom portion where her vagina is, and there's a built-in plastic hole right there.
There's a built-in reservoir.
Yeah, built-in reservoir.
As soon as he said plastic bag, I knew where it was going.
Oh, body
Oh,
pillows.
man.
All right, let's keep it pushing. So last thing on Child Emperor before we leave. So Matt touched on this for like a second, and it was one of the poll questions that we actually addressed. So, Child Emperor, Atomic Samurai, Garo, they all now have some type of implication or intention with Tadio. Who reaches him first, and what happens?
Easy.
Elaborate.
Like I said before, I don't think Child Emperor is going to meet up with Tario. I think Tario is going to end up running into Garo again, just because I don't even like Tario right now is probably he's probably still running like to this day. Like
I don't know,
I
bro.
would
You running fast as hell, bro. You got to stop sometime.
Yeah, it's already been established that he's ultra fast, so he's just gonna jet out of the Monster Association, like
He's
make
already-
it to the top. The hero, the support team's gonna see him, like, "Hey, little kid." He's like, "Nope," and he's just gonna keep jetting, and then he's gone. No one can catch him.
What we actually don't know is Tario's actually in A City right now.
God damn.
A to Z, huh?
I mean, I just feel like if I had to pick one, Atomic or Child Emperor, I'm
No,
gonna choose
Atomic Child or
Emperor
Garo.
too. Oh, okay, yeah, Garo. Okay, fine. I thought we was choosing that over Atomic Child Emperor, but yeah, Garo.
I agree.
Yeah, I think Garo's going to be the one to find him, but I think it's going to be a while before we see Tario again. Just because, or at least, like, other people might bump into him, but when he's finally met someone, he knows. Because I think it won't be surprised if Garo's, like, motivation now in the Monster Association is to try and find Tario. And then maybe when they finally meet up, something happens to Tario. And then that's when Garo starts to transform.
Yes, I agree with this. I think Garo's gonna meet him, but then as they're kind of running towards each other, kind of Bollywood movie style, with a kind of wheat field between them, some shit, Tario's gonna get probably stabbed, killed or something.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "Oh shit, that was my liver," and that will prompt Garo going full ape shit.
Full fling the poo, huh?
I made the connection for this question because I was rereading and I remembered whenever the two occasions when Garo like was showing his emotions for Tadio initially, or 3 I guess, protecting him and shit like that, and actually going dragon mode, whatever, he was dodging on the bullets, deflecting the bullets, bro. Occasion number 1. Then the second occasion, whenever the slime faggot, I forgot his name.
Sludge jellyfish.
Yeah, Sludge jellyfish came up behind Grimm on his ass.
Grimm, what was his name? Sorry. Do you want to try saying that one again?
We can't say the R word, but we could say the F word.
Oh, old boy ran up on Tario, and he got him from behind and shit. So like, Goro went mad. He showed his flared emotions again, and then we had the example when Royal Ripper was about to do that thing to Talia, and I actually made a personalized GIF, or not GIF, a meme for it. Go ahead, take that out. I'll put it on the screen right now. Oh yeah.
You mean like when he was gonna molest him?
Yo, that dialogue, there was nothing that like you could have thought it was nothing else, but he was gonna fuck him until like the last moment.
Honestly, I was like, where the hell is this going? What the fuck is this dialogue? Like, if you're gonna kill him, just fucking kill him.
Oh shit. But
I mean, he almost had a sword in his mouth, so I mean, yeah, why didn't you just fucking kill him?
Unless he has like pleasure receptors on the end of his sword or something.
This nigga, bro. Like that's gay as fuck, bro.
Well, you're the one that set this in motion, bro.
No. I didn't say he had pleasure receptors on the tip.
Hey,
Suck my
tips
sword.
usually have pleasurable receptors on them.
I don't want to hear Grimm saying nothing about, oh, that's gay as fuck, bro. You came up with that. You came up with that shit. Well, what if Darkshine was doing your girl and Black Sperm was on the wall?
That's not gay. It's like we were talking about this shit on Twitter. Like, it's not gay to get your dick sucked. Like, that's not gay. You can't be gay for getting my dick sucked.
It's not gay to have sex with a guy either.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, prove it.
I think the definition
Maybe
of
another
homosexuality
time.
is having sex with a guy. Like, literally.
Nah, look it up. You need to be attracted to men.
Oh, so you can get fucked in the ass and not be gay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Are we still talking about
Try it
what?
out.
I don't even know anymore.
Alright, this I think Matt's prediction is the most close to what's probably going to happen. That once Tario will probably be in the vicinity of Garo, something tragic will happen, and then that'll force Garo into an additional power-up or additional modification somehow. Alright. But long awaited. Not fucking like weeks, but years of waiting. And we finally get it. Atomic Samurai versus Black Sperm. Want to start it off by admiring the sexy ass hallway, bro. Like, oh man, I would make a gallery just for the hallway.
Yeah, Grimm's a big fan of the hall.
Bro, like this motherfucker can draw hallways, bro. Like I feel like I can see, like I literally can. I can see down towards the end of the hallway. Like that's how do you draw that on a 2-dimensional image? Like, come on, bro. This has got me.
Hang on. Did you just say how can you see a hallway on a 2-dimensional image?
Yes.
It's a fair question.
What?
Explain it, Matt. Explain how you can see a hallway on a 2-dimensional image.
I mean, it's...
Well,
Damn it, you caught me. I'm done with the podcast.
I will support.
Oh shit!
He actually left.
Exposed.
I will support Matt here. If you were to take a picture of a hallway, that's still a 2-dimensional image, right? But you can still see down the hallway.
I mean, I guess, bruh. You could say that, but you can't show me depth on a two-dimensional piece of paper.
He also has it like a Dutch angle too.
Mm-hmm. Curved up and shit. He's like, fuck, man. Like, this is half of the greatness right here. Just the hallways, bro. Like, if you were really categorizing Murata as why he's so good, it would be like his hallways and then all the rest of his skills. Like, that's straight up, bro.
Hallway.
And we mustn't forget the accents of the the 4 holes in the slice from Atomic, and it's like or not the candles, but the torches down the hallway, leading past the point where you cannot see anymore. It's so beautiful.
Remember the Flashy fight
see.
What was
You
it?
just gotta enhance it.
I think it was Flashy who like flew, like sped down the hallway, hit all the lights or whatever and shit like that. And then the whole zombie match that we were like slobbering over too. Like, don't fucking.
Well, you were. Give me more of that collar.
What the fuck is this?
This
is architecture talk with Grimm.
So, Grimm, when are we getting the hallway team? Or the hallway tournament? That's what we'll do.
Yo, I swear to God, I know everything about doing that shit, bro. I really am about doing that shit.
Grimm's gonna be out here like, oh, but this one got 50 more bricks than that one did.
It's not even lit up as much, bro.
If you can't see the floor, you can't see shit.
Alright. So like we said before, Black Sperm made his debut last chapter, but this chapter is when really talks capabilities. There's a huge parallel that we're gonna make towards the end of this, to try and dissect the Black Sperm a little bit more. I mentioned in my review, but for now, let's give our whole thoughts on Black Sperm's abilities. Matt?
Just quickly before that, I want to, this is, one of the things I know about One Punch Man, is within the space of a literal page, they turn, one of the silliest monsters into one of the scariest. In just, because you look at that on, page 14, which is Little Black Sperm, to that face, which is generally one of the scariest designs in One Punch Man.
That is the scariest design in One Punch Man, 100%.
Exactly, yeah. It's just how good it is. But his ability, I don't know. I'm generally not sure of what he can fully do. Because it feels like he's just beginning with his, he's got the giant arm, and then you got him split into, apparently infinite ones. But I would imagine to beat someone like this, there'd have to be, a Black Sperm Prime or something. So if there was one that, if you take him down, then all the other Black Sperms go down too. But from what people in the comments say, everyone's saying the same thing. We haven't seen anything but Black Sperm. They haven't said what he can do. Just this is just him beginning.
Fuck, man, I want to dive deep into this.
Yeah, I agree with Matt. His abilities were impressive. I liked the whole multiplication thing, and then seeing his face super close like that. I've seen loads of Asians before, but this was supreme Asianness. That super close up was just bruh. His eyes. Have you ever seen a deep sea fish, and most of their eyes are blacked out, but the middle's just whited out? That's what it kind of reminded me of, almost as if he's been in those hallways you love so much too damn long. But yeah, his abilities were impressive. He's become kind of that scary character now. But Satsuki was mentioning this beforehand. I haven't really seen enough of him to say that he's that executive that we need to kind of face off against. He's the prime guy. He needs to display more, and judging by what people have said in the comments, he's got a lot more to show, so I'm super hyped for that.
Going off of what Sundown said, I think the reason why I said what I said about Black Sperm is because, again, because of the community, and also because in this chapter he didn't really display what he could do to you, really, or like offensively, I guess you could say, because he had the fist shit, but Atomic was able to slice that shit easily. I mean, the thing about his ability is, with all the multiple Black Sperms, and one thing about it, before I talk about that, is the scary thing about it is when Atomic is cutting him, he's not diminishing in size. It's the same size as the regular Black Sperm that we see. So it's not like Atomic is cutting him, he's getting progressively smaller and smaller and smaller. It's the same size. So, in my eyes, he doesn't really even need to know how to fight, but I'm assuming that he does. But all he has to do, literally, is have multiple Black Sperms and just dog pow this nigga. That's all he has to do. And then Atomic will suffocate because there'll be too much weight. He'll just crush him eventually. But shit. Damn, I forgot where I was going. Oh, damn. Skip.
It's interesting because of, as it was already mentioned, you know, he looks very, like, not impressive, and then he goes from basically Teletubby to creepypasta, all in the span of one page. And yeah, half of the comments I got in my reaction were just saying it's like, oh, you don't know the hype that is Black Sperm. So it's like, this chapter, I don't know what the hell this dude's going to be doing in the next chapter, but he's already freaked me out with the giant arm. Like, I thought, oh, is he going to turn into a giant? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense given the name. But I speculate he does have a replication limit. Roughly the same amount of sperm the average man has, which can be upwards to 1.2 billion. So that dog pile idea, that might work, but would there be enough room?
So
Black Sperm has a pretty unique ability, especially for like One Punch Man. I mean, we've seen other monsters that are kind of similar, like Melzergard and Sludge Jellyfish, but he's just taking it to the next level. Like, he's kind of like Boo from Dragon Ball Z, but even better than that, and much better design, much better fleshed out character, but it's not that difficult to be superior to Dragon Ball Z in those terms. Not hating on it, don't flame me, guys, but yeah, I mean, everybody, what they're saying about you haven't begin to see what Black Sperm's about, you don't know the hype. That's true. This is just the beginning of us, being exposed to what he can actually do. But, and it goes back to what Satsuki said, we haven't seen his offense yet. We've only seen what he can actually do and how he's pretty much unbeatable at this point. So, I guess in the next chapter, we're going to see what his offense is because he just keeps replicating and that's it. And then he never does anything more than that. I think that's very unlikely. But yeah, I mean, it's also the hype right here because we've never seen anyone give Atomic Samurai trouble. I mean, the closest anyone has ever given him trouble was Melzergard, and even then it wasn't really that big of a deal. I mean, there wasn't any time in that fight where it was like, oh my god, Atomic Samurai is getting beat by Melzergard. It just kind of seemed like it was just a matter of time until he was figured out, because he wasn't having any issues with him. He's slicing him up at will. He was fast enough to dodge all of his attacks. But this is just insane. Like, the end of this chapter, he's in a world of Black Sperm. And his face is visibly worried. So the hype is slowly being justified.
Okay, so I fucked up. The next 4 minutes of what you're supposed to be listening to was me talking, but I was muted. So basically what I was saying is that for the rest of the podcast, in the premiere and what we're going to be doing verbally, is that whenever you hear any sexual innuendo, when anybody says anything about Black Sperm or cum that involves that sexual back and forth shit, we all gonna say whoop. So remember that in the comment section in the premiere. Type whoop whenever you hear that shit about Black Sperm, bro. Oh, fuck, bro. I was on mute, bro.
What?
What are you talking about?
Alright, so I'll just repeat what I was saying. So Black Sperm is very, very strong. The way that I think it's possible to beat him was shown last chapter. He dodged Atomic Samurai's air slash. But this chapter, we see that he's capable of just splitting whenever he gets assaulted. So, and if you notice in the page of last chapter, there was this little spark thing that is usually drawn in mangas whenever a character is paying attention to something or is a surprise or they're alerted by something. That was drawn there as well. It makes me think that what if Black Sperm's ability to split continuously is a sentient thing that he has to actively turn on, not necessarily keep on. Once he flips the switch, it'll be autonomous, but I just can't find a reason to make sense as to why he would dodge Atomic Samurai slash when he didn't need to dodge.
Kind of like Toby from Naruto.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't think I've seen any other monster from what I remember in One Punch Man who's been given such a peculiar instance in their fight or before their fight or during their fight. Even Melzergard, there wasn't really any hints of what Melzergard was doing until we actually just saw the marble. And it was obvious as soon as we saw it. But this this seems like a hidden factor. I don't think anybody's mentioned it or has mentioned it yet, besides me.
I mean, I think it's like one or three things. I might be wrong on every single one of them, but
Probably.
yeah, probably. But like, it could be one. He just didn't want. He can feel the pain either way, so he just didn't want to. He just wanted to avoid that altogether. I mean, we've even seen like Saitama dodge shit that we know for sure is not going to affect him. So it could be just simply that. Could be because, like you said, like you said, he has to kind of be. He has to activate the ability, so he has to be like aware of what's coming towards him. That's like another thing. Which I hope that's not the case, because then he'll just be like, no, guard, bro. He won't be exactly like him, but I really hope it's not some shit where it's like, oh, you cut my antenna, and then, you know.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny you bring that up. Like, okay, little biology lesson again. Yes, quick research about sperm, yay. Well, you know, given what the guy's name is, you have to look into this shit, right? Maybe it can give us a
settle
hint.
down.
Hold on. Did you look up in particular black sperm or sperm?
Sperm is sperm.
I mean, I don't know.
But anyway, the sperm is made of 3 components. The head is where the DNA is stored, which is, you know, part of the reproduction process. I suppose that he might have a core or something if you can damage the DNA. Kind of like Mesogard, you know, he had the core inside of him. You just had to hit it. So if you could do something to that, that might screw up his replication. If not outright kill him. Or like I said, the sperm's composed of like 3 main components. The head, the engine, so to speak. It has all the mitochondria for energy production. And then the tail, you know what the tail's for. So if you can either take out the engine or the head, you might make black sperm dead.
I mean, but it's difficult because the parallels that we're making work so well. In particular, the one that Satsuki mentioned about Saitama dodging things that we know shouldn't affect him. He got kicked to the moon. A punch inside of a ship isn't gonna fuck with him. And then the example that you made with the comparisons with Melzigard. But both see, because with Melzigard 2, Atomic also cut him up in like almost all directions, and he still didn't hit the marbles as easily. So I guess there could be a way where he's just moving, or he just Atomic's been missing the DNA, quote unquote, that you're mentioning. But I don't think it's gonna be like that breakdown. There's been a few times where like exact real world instances are utilized. It does happen in One Punch Man, and you can find patterns of it, but I don't think this will be an occasion of that. That'd be like, I mean, it wouldn't be easy because, I mean, how many niggas are actually out there looking up sperm and shit? But I don't know.
I think he just dodged purely out of instinct. He seems to be a fighting type, and he felt it coming. Oh man, poor choice of words. He felt it, and he decided to dodge instinctively. But it might even be one of those. This is like going a little bit diverging, and I hope it's not something like this. But it might even be. Is anybody familiar with My Hero Academia?
No, I never heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. So it might be something similar to one of the villains whose name is Twice, where he can split and make 2 copies of himself, and then they can make copies of themselves and stuff like that. But the issue with his cloning of himself is that each clone thinks that they're the dominant one, and his whole backstory is that each clone kind of started murdering the other ones, and it traumatized the shit out of him. So maybe it's the same with Black Sperm. Like every clone thinks that they're the original, and would start killing each other one, thinking they're the only sentient one, they're the prime one.
Fuck,
It's
bro.
probably.
We lost Black Sperm this chapter, bro. If it's some shit where you gotta find the original, we're fucked. We're really fucked.
I hope it's not that.
Damn, man.
We also don't know the clone's durability. Because as you mentioned twice, all of his clones, basically spraining an ankle makes the clone dissolve. So it's very much like Naruto as well with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, where it's like, just a solid enough hit, poof, it's nothing but smoke again.
But
So
it's the opposite here, because hitting it has made them like go even more. Like another feature that I've noticed, and I'm not sure, and Satsuki actually mentioned it, that they're not like decreasing in size after like they're getting hit. Like every clone of sperm is an exactitude clone of sperm. But the pieces that they get sliced into, it seems like they're morphing together to like make individuals. There was a panel where Atomic cut up black sperm into like a bunch of little slices. I think we only saw let me see here. Yeah, he was. Oh, that's what it was, bro. He pixelated that
like
bitch ass
confetti,
nigga, bro. Yeah.
It looked like confetti.
Put that nigga on pixels, bro. Like, just like he poured out confetti everywhere.
Oh, bro, it looks like the you know the meme of the fucking Infinity War where Thanos.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looks like.
it's just a snap and then
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
that moment was ruined.
He does his ass. Yeah, right. Think about it like that. But in that same panel sequence, we see like his eyes, like a bunch of different black sperm eyes on the different fragments that were cut up, and then they start to grow heads. But if you count, and I took the liberty of counting, they decrease in number. The heads, there are less heads than there are eyeballs, and there are less heads than there are complete black sperms. So they are like, to a certain extent, coming together to get to a certain size to be a complete individual. I don't know if that's like a prominent property, because pages after that we saw like he was engulfed completely, so it doesn't really matter regardless. But like, fuck, man, Zhoniin must be having the time of his life to listen to us all these wrong things and shit.
One thing I'd like to bring up is off of both your and Satsuki's point that his clones seem to be the exact same size as him and everything's the same. When he grows that huge ass arm and it gets cut off, it actually smashes the ground, so it seems like he also increases in mass, as opposed to like something like Ant-Man, where the physics should be that he increases in size but not in mass, so he should still be like a normal 70 kg adult male, but this guy seems to actually increase in mass.
God damn, yeah, the ground did like, damn, bro.
He's all kinds of broken, isn't he?
The question is like, how is Atomic going to beat him? Like, that's your boy.
Hey, look, bro, don't put this on me.
Like, cause like the reason why I was like so interested to do the podcast is because I was trying to think like, how is Atomic going to beat this? Because I don't know.
Well, that's what gives me like our awesome like I'll put this on everything, bro. I'm only nervous that Atomic could lose because of like webcomic like that's not preconceived notion, but like niggas that are like, trying to hype the shit up. They're making it seem like Atomic's gonna lose. Like, they're not saying it, they're not alluding to it, but like just by the amount of hype and like the confidence they have in this character, it seems like that. But at the same time, I'm a motherfucking manga reader, bro. And Child Emperor was supposed to get super duper clapped by Phoenix. Didn't happen. Did not fucking happen. I'm not saying that like Child Emperor is weaker than Atomic Samurai. I'm not saying that Murata or One have to use similar formulas for fights, because that's not the case. They do what they want, and it's exceptional whenever they do it. But I ain't fucking worried about Atomic, bro. I'll tell you right now, like I'm not worried, bro. I don't know how he's gonna do it, just like you said, but like, if anybody was to face this individual, could you tell me who else would have a better chance? Like, if you, from the powers that we've seen, what's up?
I mean, from what Black Sperm said, he said that he can't be cut, torn up, struck, crushed and twisted. So
Heat.
I mean, like I guess so. From that description, it just any character who doesn't really fight with like brute force or Blaze like Atomics. So maybe someone like Genos might have a good chance actually.
Atomize his ass.
Fuck. Matt, Sundown.
No, I agree with Satsuki. I was thinking if anyone's got a chance against him, it's Genos. Obviously, apart from Saitama. I don't know. It depends if Drive can shoot lasers. Because if he's G5, then he could probably do that, and then maybe he could do something. But apart from that...
Damn. So it's just non-swordsmen or
non-physical attacks.
Yeah, it's
more
non-physical.
Like
yeah.
You need to coat your sword in hot.
I don't even know if that would work.
No, speaking of hockey, like I was thinking about like the only way I could see Atomic beating him because, like I said, unless it's something really trash where Black Sperm has like a weakness on his antenna or some weird shit, he's not going to kill him by cutting him through normal means. He can't just say, "Oh yeah, let me just go faster," and it's going to work. At least in my opinion. So I think it has to be like, it has to be something where, all right. So like in One Piece where Oro's master, I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he said something like, and this isn't exclusive to One Piece. I've seen this in other series. It's just One Piece is the one that's more, like in my mind, more recent, I guess. He said something like a blade that injures all.
Yeah, he said the strongest swordsman is able to cut anything.
Yeah, basically saying like you should be able to choose what you want to cut. So I think that's what Atomic will have to do, where he's like cutting internal organs rather than his outer body. That's the only way I can see that happening.
You don't think he'll have to hold his sword with two hands, like in Pachi?
Oh my god, shut the hell up, Sundown. You are trash.
No, he has to take his kimono off. Like the big kimono and cape that Atomic Samurai has holds back his power. So it's
oh my god. Or just like take off the ponytail. Just
oh yeah, the ponytail eats his Ryatsu.
Oh.
I must take off the weighted clothing first.
That nigga's trash. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, because if there was somebody who like would be able to cut in a particular manner to injure uninjurable individuals, then sure, it could be Atomic. But I don't know if like that's like very plausible or like I don't know. I would be bothered if that was how he was able to beat him, because we wouldn't get any foreshadowing to like him being able to do that or like having that capability and having him win like that. I don't know if I'd be that cool with that. But at the same time, I don't know what I'd be cool with how to beat this motherfucker. I don't know, bro.
I told you, he probably ain't gonna win this. Like, I don't see how he's winning this shit.
When we first saw Black Sperm, wasn't it him challenging Orochi?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say challenging him, but putting it out there that he ain't no bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that if he's got the bowels, and yes, bowels in reference to,
Whoop.
He's like, I came from the bowels, so I know I got bowels.
that. But yeah, if he's got the balls to say something like that to Orochi, who has that kind of destructive power, we've seen him use lasers, very similar to the destructive power we've seen Genos have. Then if he doesn't, well, either he was unaware of the fact that he has that, or he wasn't afraid of the fact that Orochi has something like that. So I just don't think Atomic's going to beat him. I think there might be some sort of interruption.
I'm under the assumption that no one really knows what Orochi can do outside of like his horn shit that he did. They're kind of just going off of his hype and his presence that he has.
This yeah. I don't think we can argue about that. I'm not sure if I don't think there's any evidence to prove that anybody else would know about him. But regardless of that, like, because there's so many parallels here, bro. Like, just in our own community, like, y'all remember during the Child Emperor fight, Zhoniin was trying to like show us, or like he was implying through his prediction that heat, or like, you know, evaporating him, disintegrating him, or whatever, should be able to kill Phoenix Man. Well, that didn't turn out to be the exact case, because he was able to absorb like one of the Emperor Nova. So like,
I still stand by that. I say if you can like disintegrate him, he's not coming back.
I don't know. I don't know. But either way, if that were to be the case for Black Sperm, would he really be that hype? If you just needed heat,
I don't know.
Fire blast or something like that, yeah.
Because I think he's what people hype him up to be is something we haven't seen yet. Because like I said, if this is it, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still cool. But if this is it, I'm be disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think this is it, but like, this ain't it. I know he has more. The problem is, you're gonna need to have competition to draw out more. And if we go by this chapter, why would, according to you guys in particular, there's nothing that Atomic Samurai can really do to like threaten him much more than he has right now. So like, why would he need a different form? Why would he need to get stronger?
I don't know. Like that's why I said I don't know how this fight is going to go. I don't see a way that Atomic can beat Black Sperm at the moment. It's just a horrible matchup for him.
Fuck, man.
Flame sword.
Just become like Beric Dondarrion. Just have the Lord of the Light light up his sword.
Man, that shit never goes anywhere. So disappointing.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of torches. He could maybe heat up his sword and then start like cauterizing the wounds after as he's slicing through Black Sperm, and then that allows him not to be able to keep generating clones.
If this was JoJo, I'd go for that, but I don't know if he's gonna. Because you can't coat a blade in flames unless you have like fucking.
Well, that's why I said heat it up, maybe.
Yeah, but
it's like just give me a second, and it's like what are you doing over there? I'm cooking my sword. What the fuck are you doing that? You'll find out.
I mean, unless you pull something really out of nowhere, and apparently he can move his blade so fast it just ignites it.
Crazier stuff has happened.
Or that his other sword is actually a laser sword.
No, hold on, bro. We're not gonna brush over that shit, bro. What's crazier than swinging your sword and having that shit set on fire?
Many things.
I mean, that's kind of your territory, right?
Throwing a punch and having it destroy a city. Just from the force of it.
Yeah, alright.
Also, this guy did slice up lightning a few chapters ago.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Alright, so according to these niggas, Atomic put a swinging sword, set that bitch on fire.
I don't get how you of all people laughing at Atomic Samurai, Grimm.
Yeah, you need to take all the help you can get. You better hope that's the case. Because right now it's like he's about to get his ass whooped. I'm not going to lie.
So Luffy throwing fire punches is okay, but Atomic Samurai with a flame sword is not.
What? Bro, when did I say that was okay, bro? This nigga threw a fire punch underwater. I don't want to hear about Luffy, bro. I don't want to hear it. Oh, shit. All right, look.
One thing that was weird to me in the chapter was, like, it seemed like Black Sperm was kind of insecure. Because he kept saying, like, you're looking down on me, aren't you? I don't know. It felt like he had something to prove. Like, even with what we were talking about with Orochi and shit, like, he got to prove that he was like, No. Like, y'all gonna let a Roachy bitch on, not me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know how like have you ever had somebody like they just get mad and they'll say like, "Hey man, nobody can beat my ass though." And
Yeah,
then,
you can't beat me though. Yeah.
And then you got
Yeah,
somebody
every day
saying
on
shit.
Twitter.
And you got somebody saying like, "Shit, I don't know about all that now." That's black sperm.
Yeah, apparently, according to Twitter, no one is able to lose a fight, but yet everyone is able to beat everyone.
What do you mean?
This is true.
That's on Twitter?
Yeah.
That's what niggas is thinking on Twitter?
And in real life, too, but they're more so comfortable to say it on Twitter because, you know, they don't have to actually say it to somebody's face.
Oh, you mean the fighting thing? I thought you meant about the chapter and shit. Oh, yeah, of course, bro. That's how, my nigga, look, it's all about internet thugging.
That's what Satsuki's talking about.
That's what it's about, bro. Straight out here, bro. Tell the nigga you'll fuck his moms. You know, tell the nigga where you at and shit. But you don't expect him to come through, so, hey. I've seen it happen many times on Discord VCs. Somebody gets heated about a conversation, and he's like, "Oh, bitch, I'll come beat your ass." And then they start typing up addresses and shit, but ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming.
Nobody's paying that bus ticket.
Bus? Nah, bro, it's plane tickets, bro.
Or plane? Yeah, or plane. I was about to say, like, who? It's just who would want to pay money just to fight someone? This is so exhausting.
Psychotic people.
I told my friend on the BDA's One Piece Discord, because we got into it, bro, and he actually lives in Miami. And back when I lived in Miami, we were like, I think it was like an hour away from each other, something like that. And he was talking that hella shit, so I told him, bro, if you come find me, I'm gonna beat your ass and then take you out to dinner.
Well, that's nice.
That's disrespectful as fuck, ain't it? That's disrespectful. You beat his ass, knock his ass out, bro. Wait for him and shit. They treat it to a meal. Like, you alright, bro?
If someone said that they were gonna buy me dinner, I would just lose the fight on purpose so I could get a free meal.
Just take the L. I mean, like, but no, it's not worth it because he has to drive to Grimm. So it depends on what restaurant it is, Grimm. All honesty. If it's a 5-star restaurant, okay.
Oh, you got me fucked up, bro. You gotta suck dick for a 5-star. I'm taking a nigga to Denny's.
Oh my god.
Take us to Ruth's Chris, and it's all good.
That would definitely be in the news, like Florida man whoops him on ass, go take him out for dinner.
5-star restaurants suck anyway. They don't even give you anything.
Yeah, that fucking European coach. That's one thing. I don't mean to take the topic real fast, but like everywhere I see like documentaries or like info shit, they always say that Europeans eat a lot less than us. Is that true, Sundown, Matt?
Yeah, I think our portion sizes are quite small compared to yours.
Well, I mean, we do have an obesity epidemic here.
Yeah.
I was about to say we're like memed for being like fat asses.
I mean, you know what they say back in the ancient times, the kingdom times and shit. Fat niggas was rich, so you already know who got all the money in this one.
You know what? That is exactly what they said.
Yeah.
Literally in the textbooks.
Wait, what did they say, Matt?
Well, I'm not from the kingdom, so I cannot do that. But that was actually cut from the director's version of Mulan. So.
Verbatim.
Okay, so isn't where I'm from? So Birmingham, which is like right next to Mad as well. Wasn't that supposed to be the fattest city in Europe?
What the
Some shit like
for
that.
real?
I don't know. There's a few of them. I mean,
How do they find this shit out?
I don't know.
You know? How do you know what the fattest city is anywhere?
You measure the weight.
I imagine they get like a sample size of people, but that's the thing. It would be like kind of skewed because they would have to get a sample size of people who would actually want to be measured like that. Because like unless they're literally just like taking doctor records, that would be weird.
And I don't think there's like a large scale correlation to like where you could take a sample size and it'd be accurate. Because it's not like some shit where like you know, I guess like population type, like the race of population. You could like pick a random person in the city, and then if it's in Africa, they're most likely gonna be black. But like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess you could do that too for food. Nah, I don't know, bro.
Here, I have the answer. The fattest city in the UK is a Midlands town in Tamworth in Staffordshire.
Tamworth and Stafford. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that class as well? That's Tamworth, isn't it? It's not really.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's Tamworth's Birmingham though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shit! It says it has the highest proportion of overweight people. Over 30% of its population are obese.
God damn,
holy
man.
shit!
So if you see 10 niggas, 3 of them is fat as fuck. Huh? God damn.
It's a lot of fish and chips.
Just quickly, hi Grimm's patrons. How are you enjoying this? To the Patreon chat where we stop talking about Punch Man and we have like a 15-minute discussion about weight issues across the globe.
About obesity and America's crisis. Y'all need to stop eating over there, man.
Hey, we quit supersizing, so shut up.
Yeah, that solved everything.
Alright, okay, so, Matt wants to get back on topic. What's up there, Matt? What's up? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I guess one thing I'd say about Black Sperm is he reminds me, I guess, like an evil Saitama. And not just in the sense of, like, obviously he's designed from the serially to the serious, but I mean, like, even his general attitude, he's got similarities to him. So, like, even so when Atomic Samurai introduces himself, he goes, Atomic Samurai's here and ready. He calls him here and ready. Just like Saitama keeps messing up names too. So is that kind of like a bit of foreshadowing, like he's the ace in the hole out of all the executives, like, and obviously like there's hype up there too, but like out of everyone in the association, this guy is probably the strongest.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I didn't even get the dialogue shit like that. I had trouble reading that shit because I thought the bottom was first. Because but it's like has arrived my ass. What is this, a stage?
Yeah, I'm saying there's like 3 different translations to what he's saying here.
Damn.
There's the my ass one. Then there's another one where he says my ass before.
Yes.
And then there's one where it's like here and ready. I mean.
Damn, bro. I didn't even think about that. He is trolling out the ass, bro. Huh. This is gonna be like. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the community's been in this state before in terms of like what should happen or what could happen. And I'm like,
no, it's only just getting started.
No.
There's so much crazy shit that happens after this point.
Not even just involving the fight, but in general.
Yeah, just in general.
I said it before. Well, I said it in Discord. I didn't say it on the podcast. Dark Shine versus Evil Natural Water.
What's even crazier is that another chapter could drop at any time.
What you mean?
I hope he stays on the 2-week thing. Bi-weekly.
This was pretty sudden, actually. I think it was a week after we dropped the podcast, or less than that, wasn't it?
It was 12 days since chapter 110.
Wow. Not even 2 weeks. Wow. And 110 wasn't even, like, short. It was, like, okay. So, I mean, I guess it's short for One Punch Man standards. This one was too, right? It was, like, 20.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's, like, sometimes we get the long chapter, like 106 and 105, and then, like, lately we've just been getting these shorter ones, which I guess is normal for what, like, a bi-weekly installment would be. It's just I wish we had, like, certainty. That's the only thing that it kind of rubs me the wrong way. But, you know, I understand. Murata can come and go as he please. There's no, like, you know, obligation he has like the shonen authors do.
Really? I thought One Punch Man was under Young Jump or some shit like that.
It's licensed under Shonen Jump in the West, but in the East, I think it's on its own website.
Wow.
In like it's uploaded to that I forget the Torianoi whatever,
yeah.
And he can just do it whenever he wants.
How, do you have any information on like how pay works? Like, did mangaka get paid like on a fucking weekly basis? It's probably a salary, but like, do you guys know?
I actually have no idea. I have no idea how the pay works. All I know is that Murata makes 7 figures.
Confirmed?
Yeah. Well, who knows honestly how much these net worths of people are accurate, but the only number that I've ever seen regarding Murata on a yearly basis was 7 figures. And it makes sense. I mean, he definitely deserves it.
Is that like 7 figures in yen though? Because I feel like
I was gonna say.
Well, I mean, 7 figures in yen would still come out to be. Well, I mean, not like if he made like 7 million yen, that would be stupid. That's like what, $7,000 or something. So from what I saw, he was making like translated to US dollar, it came out to be like a little over 7 figures.
Damn.
I mean, think about it. One Punch Man is in the top 10 always for the last, 7 years, has been in the top 10 best-selling mangas.
Okay, because, hold on. So, yeah, it's Japanese, too. 7 million yen is 64K. I feel like it would be a lot more than that.
No, what I'm saying is that it wasn't just 7 million yen. I'm saying the numbers that I saw was translated for USD. Like, he is making 7 figures a year. Mm. And one is making more than that.
Damn.
And I think, like, Oda is making what? Like a cool 30 mil?
A year?
Every year or something? More than that?
Like
yeah.
Close to it. That merchandise.
So
he doesn't have to do the manga anymore.
$7 million is 759,580,500 yen.
Well, I'm not saying he's making 7 million. I from what I saw, it was like a little over $1 million.
Either way, I don't think the figures would drop that much by removing 6 million. It'll probably still be like 300 million yen or some shit like that, 400 million, something like that.
Oh yeah, that I was thinking of 700,000. Yeah, 7 million yen is closer to what you originally said.
Shit, bro. Let me start drawing, dog.
Nah, you do not start drawing.
Tighten me up, bro.
You keep your drawings to yourself.
Bro. I got niggas using my shit as thumbnails already, bro. Come on.
Did anybody say they wanted how Waganma should be treated? Did we miss that?
I thought
Fuck.
I thought Child Emperor was going to hit him with his backpack. That one
That's
scene where he's like,
pretty much like an adult abusing a kid at that point. I just want Tario to like wheel kick Waganma. You fucker!
Why did that?
Goro told bullies, and you're a fucking bitch ass bully. Fuck you!
We should just get Zhoniin to voice all the kiddie violence.
Yeah, I haven't gone through puberty yet, so my voice is good for that.
Is it because you're still 16?
I was just gonna say, you guys know, I'm only 16, so yeah, maybe next year.
Maybe.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, the dope cast hasn't been announced yet, so if you want to get on that, so we'll get a campaign.
Still a chance.
I did really want Child Emperor to like beat that nigga's ass, bro. Like when he saw him putting his hands up, and then we see the black image with the backpack coming off. I thought he was gonna beat his ass, bro. I was like, yes.
Child Emperor is too nice for that.
Or like at least like a phone book comes out and like smacks his ass with it or something. Yeah, so
He's
no
like,
marks are left.
Oh shit! I don't know if that works.
Allegedly, if you beat somebody with a phone book, it doesn't leave marks. I don't know why that is, but that's like a myth.
well, there was also that thing on Family Guy. It's like, oh, you get a bag of Valencia oranges, won't leave a bruise.
Hey, there you go.
But is it like, do you hold the phone book to their face and then punch it, or like do you hit them with the phone book?
All right, that show that used to come on back in the day, The Shield. Pretty sure that the guy in The Shield beat the shit out of somebody with a phone book because it doesn't leave marks, allegedly.
Ring, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know why, but basically what I'm saying is it would be cool if Waganuma got something done. Of course, this is a kid. There's only so much that can be done before you're stepping over the line. But at least, I don't know, give him like an Indian burn or something.
You can kill him.
Ow!
This guy said give him an Indian.
Put him in a
Oh,
Chinese finger trap.
Sorry, I
On
didn't
all
mean to be
fingers.
racist there.
No, that's what we call it as well. I think. Is that what we call it, Matt?
I think
Give
so.
him a
When
Native
you
American.
stick your hand in there and then like when you try to pull it out, it like tightens.
Yeah, that's the child or the.
No, when
Chinese-
you like
No.
when you
But they're
put
talking about
both
the
of
burn.
your hands around somebody's forearm, and then you like
Twist.
ring
Oh,
it
the Indian
with
burn.
the
Yeah.
chest. Yeah.
Like a tie.
Ow!
I never sounded like that when someone did that to me, but okay.
Ow! Stop! That's hurting me.
Sound like Tario and Roy Ripper.
Oh, no.
Let me see. Is there anything else we should address?
Nothing I can think of.
Ow!
Transition.
One last thing before we move on. The anime had a season finale this week, episode 12, and it ended as we predicted with the defeat of EC. Your overall thoughts on the season now that it's over? I know most of us have seen all the episodes. Should probably give it a chance to binge it and see if we feel differently about it. We probably will in retrospect. But what are your opinions on the season of the anime as a whole?
It was fine. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't looking forward to watching each of the episodes. It was just like I was just watching. I mean, I was watching it for a podcast I was doing. I just wanted to see how it was going to turn out as well, but it wasn't really something I was like, oh shit, the new One Punch Man episode is coming out. It wasn't really like that. I didn't have that level of excitement for it, but I think it was still. I still thought it was a good season. Just don't think it was better than season one. But in terms of story, I think it was better, of course, because of the material that was being adapted. It's just I don't think the studio kept up with like our expectations.
Them niggas took all that money home, bro.
I enjoyed it for the most part. It had a rocky start, and the most of the season was difficult because we coming off of the manga, there's high expectations. But like I already said before, the casual reception has been great. The casuals love it. It's gotten great scores on IMDb. But I think it was all worth it just for the last two episodes. The last two episodes were fantastic. I had such a good time with them, and we actually got some supplementary stuff that wasn't in the manga originally. That's what I was hoping the whole season was going to be like. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but man, those last two episodes, I can't praise them enough. I had so much fun with them.
Matt, send up.
I think I enjoyed it, but I think my issue is as a reader, I know what was going to happen. So when the animation got really good, or when I was really excited to see a scene happen, I was like, "Here we go, it's going to happen." And then it'd be alright, or it just it wouldn't meet my expectations. I was like, "Oh, okay." That was probably my biggest thing for it, but I still had a good time watching it.
I don't know if that's more so because we read, or if it's just because the animation wasn't just because I feel the exact same way, bro. The casuals, they were so cool. It was fine, and me looking at it, there's really nothing wrong with the episodes, not that much, but like, just I don't mean to contradict what Zhoniin said, but like that last episode, bro, like it was good for the most part, but when I say I was waiting the entire season to see Genos hop up on that EC back and then let off them cannons, bro, and then I was so disappointed, bro.
I think it is definitely to your expectations, because I was the same with like the serious consecutive side hops, because I love that. I was like, oh, here we go, and then it was just kind of okay, and then I was like, okay, and then like that was probably me throughout a lot of it. But like when it was good, I was like, yes, because what's his name on Twitter? Kenichio Aoki?
Yeah.
That's his name. Whenever anything looked good, it's because of him. He's like the real star of season 2.
Yeah, he's the Sakuga specialist.
So there was a way to identify which scenes in particular were like whom's?
Yeah, I mean, it was just whenever it looked good, it was because of him. Whenever like
Yeah, all of the Sakuga in this season was his work.
What is
and
Sakuga?
Also, if you like, Sakuga is like the term for like good quality animation that stands out in particular in like an episode of anime.
Because I know Awakened impressed me. Watchdog impressed me. And even, bro, when Bang, Bang was putting that hurting on Goro, bro. They did all right with that, bro. Bang hopped up on top of him. And then the sound. Yo, Bang, stop this, right?
It's straight up just a machine gun.
The only thing they fucked up with was when, instead of Garo picking up the tree, just growled at him like he was saying.
He like slapped the ground, and I think they did that to avoid confusion. Because like when Garo originally pulls the tree out of the ground, it's like, how did he do that? You know what I mean?
What you mean, bro? It's a dragon, bro. Man, fuck these animated niggas, bro.
No, I mean, I would have liked it. I think Phoenix Man coming in to save him and blowing them away kind of takes away from Garo's comeuppance there. It's kind of like, oh, he was entirely saved by Phoenix Man, you know, rather than him actually defending himself with the tree and getting the surprise of Bang and Bomb. Like, holy shit, how did he do that? He should be pretty much dead at this point. He still has enough in him to pull that tree out and to blow us away with it.
So the not having him bring the tree out took away from that. Okay, I agree, 100%.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, because you're right. Like if he would have like fended them off on his own will, and then Phoenix came in to save him and shit, facts. It would have been 100%. And that's how it happened in the manga. So once again, it's hard to differentiate between like all the times we've reread and then like this new anime adaptation. So it's iffy sometimes. Oh no, though, yeah, I think the season was pretty good. I would definitely recommend it. Next year though, I'll probably like try and like seclude myself from the whole social atmosphere of it, because that really took me out of it, man. Just hearing motherfuckers like talk shit all the fucking time and like just...
It doesn't matter, man. It could anything is gonna get shit talked on, and no one is ever gonna be satisfied. It's just unfortunate byproduct of social media. And I agree, it's fucking toxic as fuck. But it's a fucking game we gotta play.
Alright, so let's hop into the poll questions. Before we do that though, we have a extra poll question that we asked. If Black Sperm had a legit Teletubby name, what would it be? Confused Sperm says Fucky Wucky.
What?
Sperm 28 says Mastery Basin.
Okay.
Confused Sperm also comments Cummy Wummy.
Oh, I like the next one.
I also like how they're all just Black Sperm fans.
Yeah. It's all people with Black Sperm abbeys and sperm in their name, bro. Everybody.
For like the last 2 weeks, it's all been nothing but that.
Yeah. And we got Kinky Twinkie. We got Darky Larky. Hanky Lanky.
Hanky Lanky. My man stands at like 4'5".
Should be hanky panky.
Limpy. Blacky Sacky.
Someone said Jimmy Savile.
Well,
I
technically
don't-
no, because that's nice. So we put Jimmy Savile.
I know what he
is,
meant. I know what
Maybe
you meant.
That's an after the story.
Yeah, that's
after the
Google
podcast.
search that, boys and girls.
Alright, so for this week's poll questions, we asked the following. Does Mizuki like Child Emperor?
No.
In a respect way, yes.
No.
We know what way Grimm means though. Let's be real. Like,
Hashtag Emperor Dick.
Oh, that's what
no,
okay. So
No.
after like I asked that right at the beginning of the podcast what it meant, and you've answered it now. So thanks for that.
Number 2, has Child Emperor impressed you this arc?
yes.
Ye-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite heroes.
Facts.
He impressed me
Mizuki.
this chapter.
Hell yeah. Next we asked Mizuki, Fubuki, and Super S versus Giro Giro.
The fuck?
I think you should know who's winning that fight.
3 of them, they still lose, bruh? Damn.
Yes. Hell yeah.
His,
First of all,
Whenever Fubuki gets hurt, Tatsumaki show up.
oh okay. Yeah, I mean, Tatsumaki shows up, but it's like Super S might be the strongest out of that bunch. You could argue for Fubuki as well, but look at how Super S got fodderized by Sweet Man. Nah, all 3 of them, that's not helping.
What you're basically saying is, can 2 demons and a tiger take on a dragon?
Oh shit. I mean, 3 demons took on a dragon pretty convincingly, so yeah, but alright.
Yeah, but they lost.
It's not a good case, is it?
It's like you have one person who has like the mind control whip, and then you have Fubuki with the sidekick, but she's weaker than Giro, I'm assuming. And then Mizuki, like, yeah, it just doesn't fit.
Well,
She
hold
can
on.
squash.
It's
She can
legend.
squash watermelon with her thighs.
Fuck, I was about to, damn, I totally forgot. You made me forget it, so now fuck.
Who will
Yeah,
reach
well.
Tario first?
Yeah, who will reach Tario first? Is the next question we ask.
I'd definitely go with Garo. It makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think we addressed that on the podcast already.
Yeah, we have.
For number 5, we asked support team versus Vakuma.
That's a good question.
Vakuma.
Support team.
I would say over all of them, bruh.
Well, it depends. It depends on like a few things, like Vakuma's surroundings. Are there other monsters with him that he'll just munch down? Because if there are, then they're pretty much screwed, right?
Yeah. I don't think he could get anything from the team, though, because none of them have, like, any kind of powers that he would be able to absorb.
Yeah, if it was just like pure support team versus Vakuma, then support team.
No, it's the 5 monsters that he ate. So there
No.
was-
Why don't you say full power, then? Because...
Nigga, Vakuma, bruh. Vakuma, he ate all those monsters versus the support team. You still think Vakuma wins?
Yeah, Vakuma, if he's eating his meals, he's gonna absolutely clap the support team.
Fuck, man.
Wait, are we including the disciples into the support team or the support team as they are now?
Yeah, excluding the disciples.
I'm gonna go with Vakuma then.
Damn, bro. There's like 15 niggas down there, bro.
Hey, 15 bodies. 15 cats.
Oh no, and one of them is Mizuki.
The next question we asked was the support team versus Pure Blood. I'm assuming it'll be the same case.
Come
Pure
on,
blood
man.
is
Pure blood.
It's destroying them.
That's not even a fire, bro. That's just him going to a smoothie bar.
Hell
It's like
yeah,
so
and that
many
works out in
flavors.
everyone's favor.
Or like a Baskin Robbins, where there's all the flavors. It's like, look at
Yeah.
all of these choices.
I'd bite Mizuki in a different place, if you know what I mean.
Yes, we know.
See, but like
The hair.
the hair. But would it class as a win if like one of the support team had like a bloodborne disease? Let's say one of them had a very
What about Green, who's got like plants in his body, in his
Wait.
like blood system, right?
Wait, hold on now. Wait, hold on now. Where are they fighting at? Because they fighting above surface. Hey, pure blood might be weak.
Stop, bruh. It's ain't none of that
We've
stuff.
seen
like
him
that.
above.
Yeah,
ground
remember he
during
attacks
the
EC?
day. That was the first appearance he ever
No,
made.
I'm not saying he'll melt or something. I'm just saying.
Oh, he
like,
just gets
I don't-
weaker.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but nah, I'm still going for pure blood. I'm just going.
Yeah, it's pure blood all the way.
To the smoothie bar. All right. Next we ask, should Child Emperor have beaten Waganma's ass?
You know I'm gonna say yeah. I don't care if he did nothing in the chapter. I would have still said yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The next question we asked was best design of the chapter.
I gotta see who all was in this chapter really quick. Sure.
definitely not Needle Star.
Bro, we trashed that man in the beginning, bro.
No. The black sperm, yeah.
Black Sparrow.
Black Spurs.
Yeah, that close-up face. That won it.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I
was just
agree.
how creative everything was with him. Well, as well.
The extra heads he popped out and shit too.
Look what I can do.
Is that? Please don't be black sperm's voice.
All right. The next question. I plan to do a video on the next question, so stay tuned for that one. Who's your favorite Monster King candidate? Goro?
Garo.
Okay, man.
Yeah. He's the likely one.
Over
Tadio.
Phoenix Man and Black Sperm?
I like Phoenix Man.
Yes, who the favorite Monster King was Sundownrider, not who's the god of rat.
Yo, that's a badass monster's name though, bruh. Sundownrider, nigga. Shit, I'll walk away from that. Alright, next we asked, damn, bro. I gotta fucking learn how to edit shit. Black Sperm versus Goketsu.
You gotta see more of Black Sperm for me to actually have an opinion on it. Right now, I'm just.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Satsuki, but I think I might go for Black Sperm just because I'm getting a vibe from him that he's gonna be some badass mofo.
No, bro. That predictive shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't doubt what Black Sperm's going to be capable of. But off what we've seen so far, I'm going to go Goketsu.
The way you posted it, you just had their names.
Bro, I literally said I gotta learn how to edit, bro. Fucking Keishan, bro.
Because I was like, I don't even know what you're asking. Did they fuse? What?
Next we asked who was the star of the chapter.
Child Emperor.
Yeah, Child Emperor, Black Sperm. I'm leaning more towards not Child Emperor actually, because before this chapter, I was kind of on the fence with Child Emperor on whether I liked him or not, but I really liked him after this chapter because even without his
Hello?
going right back down there.
Could you repeat that? You cut out.
Oh shit. Okay.
Even
I was
without
saying, like I would say,
Bro, what the fuck?
It's every time you're about to start.
Hold on, bro. We going to the south. Please start again.
Yo, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hopefully it works. I was going to say Child Emperor is the start of the chapter for me because I was kind of on the fence on whether I liked him or not. Made me realize, like, yeah, I do like him because he's going back down there despite him being depleted with his tech, not having Brave Giant anymore. Like, oh, that's something we didn't talk about. Second Guard kind of wanted to not really go after Tario. that wasn't really something that he cared about too much, it seemed. But the Child Emperor was like, no, fuck that. Like, I'm going back down there because there's still lives at stake.
Yeah, that's what Needle Star was. And he yelled at him at second guard. He was like, "Nigga, this that hero shit, bro. Relax. We all gonna go." Yeah. That gave me more respect for Needle Star as well. But yeah, I guess we could attribute that to Child Emperor in terms of his like bravado, courage, and shit like that. You know, the spirit of a hero. Next we asked, if you had to fight Child Emperor to death for Mizuki's booty, how badly would you lose?
Wait, what?
What is he taking?
Let me read this question again.
If you had to fight Child Emperor to death for Mizuki's booty, how badly would you lose?
But surely you'd have to win in order to attain Mizuki's booty, right?
Yeah.
So why would you lose?
You think you can beat Child Emperor?
Bro, I'm gonna whoop that kid. Well, I can't say that. Can't say that on podcast. I would discipline him greatly.
It all
I don't
depends. Does he have the backpack or not? Or is he like right now, where he presumably has nothing left?
Bruh, Child Emperor will beat your ass with the hands, bruh.
Child Emperor is strong. He tanked he was it from Venus, man?
Yeah.
He tanked the hit from? Yeah. He's still durable.
And not only that, in a side chapter with his with my I forgot the name of the mask, but his number stats showed that he was stronger and more capable than a bear, like a full big ass, full size bear and shit. So I know I am not beating a bear's ass. Are you?
Hell no.
Depends how much milk I had that day.
Dragon level set down. Next we asked, what number best describes this chapter?
What, on a scale of 1 to 10, or just a number in general?
Sure.
I'll give the chapter a 7.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It was enjoyable.
I'd give it 7.5 as well.
Yeah, I think I'd give it a solid 7.5 as well. So 7.5, 8-ish.
You do it a solid 9. Anytime it shows up, it's an automatic 8. The black sperm was there, so that pushes it to a 9. Okay. Melzigard versus black sperm.
Going with black sperm. Don't really have much to go off of, but
Same
Yeah.
for everybody else?
Yeah.
And finally we asked, if Mizuki says, beat me in a fight, and I'll be yours forever, but if I win, I'm butt fucking you, would you accept her challenge?
like,
Bruh.
the fuck?
Bruh. No, I would not accept.
Whoa! You said you could beat Child Emperor, but you're not gonna fight Mizuki.
Bruh,
It's like she's an Olympian.
Child Emperor stands at like 4'2", bruh. I could kick him in the face at least, or try.
Get a good knee in there, huh?
Bruh, yeah, did you see UFC 239 yesterday? Just flying knee straight up, pretty good.
Oh yeah, I saw that, bro. I see somebody leaves that shit, bro.
Bruh, that's all we need. But freaking Mizuki stands at like what? How tall? 7 something?
I have no idea.
Bruh, she could literally walk over me. I got that Asian height. Nah.
I could have beat Sundownrider in a fight. There's no way I'm challenging Mizuki.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this man just told us he could beat Child Emperor, but he's scared of it. Like, fuck out of here, said that, bro.
Bro, but this question assumes that some people wouldn't mind getting butt fucked by Mizuki. I'm pretty sure there are people who will lose this fight intentionally.
What?
No, hang on. To be
The
fair, Grimm,
kinky
he's
does
laughing
some.
at it. I bet there's at least one person in the polls.
I guarantee you, I didn't read any of the comments yet, but I guarantee there will be a comment that says I'm losing on purpose.
we can almost guarantee which one it is. I won't say it, but y'all kind of know. It kind of has the same. He has the same initials as Black Sperm, but and also we have someone in the podcast who will probably toot his ass up with it. Grimm would probably toot his ass up.
What, bro? You got me
It ain't
fucked
gay
up,
since
bro.
it's Mizzou.
No, shut the fuck up, bro. Hell no, bro. Bro, I don't even like it when my girl like slaps my butt or grabs my butt. Like none of that shit, bro. Don't touch my rear end at all. That's that gay nigga shit for real, bro. Nah. 100%. Not with me. Not with me.
Hang on, Grim. I've already counted 3 separate ones for number 15. That are all apparently.
Yo, this nigga's gay. All right, well, fuck it, man. Let's hop into the polls then.
Oh my god.
So, this is the Black Standards portion of the video. You guys, be prepared, children. Or if you're in the chat right now, I advise you to leave or at least get, because this is going to get wild. Black Standard. Right. So first, I already see my fucking name. I first met Satsuki when he was around Child Emperor's age. You know how that turned out. I mean, I don't, but all right. 2. Yep, just as impressive as Satsuki stroke.
My boy.
I don't know how Black Standards will know that, but all right. 3. I'd go with the first one, even though I have someone in my life who beats all of them. I don't know. Wait, what question is this?
That was the Mizuki Fubuki Super S versus Guruguru.
Got it. Wait, what? Five. Yeah, okay. 5. Jack the Drought, even though I don't watch One Piece anymore since my boyfriend dropped it. Huh.
Wait, what?
14 versus Fakuma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to double check to make sure I was reading the right poll, because I'm like, is this One Piece or?
No. You're picking on the wrong bit of information. Did they say boyfriend?
I think we've brought this up before.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people drop One Piece, so I don't know.
I think he's calling Vakuma Jack the Drought. He's the elephant thing.
Yeah.
All right, 6. I'm going with the one that sucks niggas up.
Well, technically, that was this question and the previous question.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn, they both be sucking niggas up.
Literally.
Oh, that should have been a bold question, bro. Who's
Next
Who has
time.
the best suck? All right. 7. Yep, he should have pounded his shit. Why did he have it? Okay, all right. 8. Black Sperm, which is something I'm going to give Sundown if he keeps talking on my name. Okay.
Man,
Go Sundown.
but you already got a boyfriend, though.
You alright with that, Suzuki?
I mean, I don't understand why I wouldn't be all right with that. I have no connection to Black Stannis other than reading his comments. That's it. Everything else is just propaganda at that point.
It's propaganda.
9. African cum. Okay. 10. I'll go with the Nigerian nut.
Yo, what
was
is
the
this
question?
doing, bro?
They're all black sperm.
Gecko Ketsu versus Black Sperm. This is like his wrestling name at this point.
11. Black Sperm went harder than Satsuki. 12. As badly as when my goons and I Bukake Sundown. Oh.
Whoa!
What was that? If you had to fight Child Emperor, is that the one?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's nasty, man.
Hey, you did it,
It's
bro.
gross.
That's
All
nasty.
right.
I do
Yeah.
that. I participate in one of that.
Oh,
Huh?
But yeah, if
Number 13? No, we're going to keep this going.
13. I guess he skipped. 14. Nigga cream takes it. All right. Guess it's Black Sperm's alternative name. 15. This is a win-win. What did I tell you? This is a win-win situation. Respect to Matt. Fuck the rest of you niggas. Bring food when you come over. Size.
this nigga giving you errands, bro. Bro, you can't tell me you're not hitting it.
Man, let's stop this. It must be another Satsuki there. It is not me. That's all I know. King Genshin. That's the end of the Black Stannis portion.
Up next we have Resurrected Sperm. For number 1, he says, child is technically still a minor, but he can still hit that. Yeah. He would need some of his tech to actually get up in her size. You know what I mean? Would you? What if that like? So realistic situation. So like, you got a small dick, like abnormally small, micropenis disease, right? That's actual disease, and they make some like prosthetic tech to where like your dick it will be bigger, but it's like machine parts and shit like that. But like they still put the nerves and shit at the top of the machine head. So like, would you do that?
You made it sound really painful. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, if I suffered from it, I suppose so, but I don't. So that's not even coming into my mind.
And then what do you do to the girl? Damn. Machine parts up in her cooch? No.
Of course, they're
I
gonna have.
zoned out. I zoned out mid-conversation. I have no idea what are we talking about.
It's for the best.
He's gonna have
This
prosthetic
tech-
skin on it, you know.
This tech has to be like waterproof because it just malfunctions while it's that would be it. It just short circuits.
All up in there. For number 2, he says, yeah, compared to his up-to-date feats in the webcomic, he's gotten a lot of buffs in the manga, as well as impressing Mizuki-chan. Mizuki-twan. For number 3, I'm not sure what you mean here, but if in a fight, Giro low diffs all 3 of them. Confirmed. Number 4, Child might reach him. Giro will most likely be fighting another monster or hero soon, while Atomic Samurai may soon get his ass handed to him. Yo, shut the fuck up, bro. For number 5, they couldn't do shit to Rhino Wrestler, so Akuma would just swallow them all whole. Probable. Number 6, same as the matchup before, but a lot more bloody. Maybe one shotter can get a lucky hit on him, but it's still a slaughter. Possible. For number 7, as much as we all hate Waganma, he's just a pretentious affluent kid. I think he deserves another chance, but still, fuck Waganma. Hey. Say the anthem, bro. Fuck Waganma. For number 8, Black Spur. His creepy ass face caught me off guard, but you already know Mizuki is a close second. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Confirmed. That face did catch me off guard though. I was legitimately like surprised when I saw that. It did frighten me a little bit. For number 9, either Black Sperm or Goro. But the way the story is progressing, not a spoiler, Goro will eventually surpass everyone on this list. So I'll give it to my boy. I don't know about that, bro. I don't even see Goro beating Phoenix right now. I don't even see him beating Goketsu right now either. Or EC. For number 10, he says, Goketsu would fuck Black Sperm for a while. But if what he said about having unlimited copies is true, the Black Sperm may eventually come out on top. Whoop. For number 11.
We're still doing that?
Yeah. For number 11, the Teletubby himself. My nigga Black Sperm. Do you really even need to ask? Confirm, my boy. For number 12, nigga, I wouldn't lose. I'd go to the ends of the earth for her muscular booty. Don't mind the child abuse. You know you do the same thing, Grimm. You already know, my boy. Look, I'm gonna dap you up over the internet. Bro. You heard that, bro?
Read the next one. You won't be doing that next. Watch.
Number 13. All right, so whoever's next, let me read the rest of this shit.
I'm not even sure, so I'm not even gonna look.
Okay, I gotta see this. Who is this resurrected sperm? Right, all right, let me see this.
I'll read your number 15, but I'm not reading the rest of your bullshit. 15, he says, "Damn, hell, either way is good for me." Fucking, you gay, bro. And I'm not reading your hashtags either. Only King Engine and Sperm Gang, gang. Hey, hashtag Sperm Gang, bro. We really have a Sperm Gang going on, bro. Y'all niggas, like, to all the viewers, bro, y'all have to join the Discord. Like, when I say we literally have like 7 to 10 sperms in here, immortal sperm.
Hang on. So what you're saying is everyone join the Discord. There's sperm everywhere.
Whoop.
There is not a low sperm count in this Discord.
Resurrected sperm, confused sperm, sperm 2000, chub sperm.
And there's more every day.
Why do you guys like this? Okay, I think I'll go. Okay, so this dude's called Odiacoptis. For number 1, sure, but not in an amatory way. What the hell, man? Okay. 2, aside from the stupid decision to omit Bang and Genos from the operation, he actually blew my mind. Cool. In a fight, so this is 3. In a fight, Gyoro, who I'd hit. Oh my god, Gyoro, who I'd hit, Gyoro. Once I'm done with the body we saw in chapter 92, I still had the Gyoro body to use while she sleeps. Assuming they're the same person. Is this dude saying he would go with the Gyoro?
Hey everyone, remember to join that Discord.
Wait, who is this again?
This is Odiacoptis. It's right beneath resurrected sperm.
Okay. Got
Man, splash this guy with some holy water or some shit. This guy, what the? Alright, so 4. Between those 3, probably Gato. But then again, that might remind Gato of his humanity, so that might be regressive. Alright, 5, give the elephant some feats, I guess. He has good memory and can suck them. In brackets, Mizuki, dry. Okay. 6, again, Pureblood needs more respect, and he's around DSK, so Pureblood.
Oh, hell no. He's way stronger than Deep Sea.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember that demon tournament, Grimm.
Hey, I ain't say 100 eyes.
Alright, 7.
boy beats.
7 was should be beating Moganma's ass, and 7 they ask Child Emperor maybe a little slap. What? Should Child? Okay, so I think they're asking whether Child Emperor should have given him a little slap. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I just read the next answer. Carry on.
So 8 was best design in this chapter. The hallway bullshit.
Yo, put some respect on the motherfucking hallway, bro. I told y'all, bro. Hey, yo, and he got King Engine comment of the week, bro. Right here.
How did this guy say the hallway Black Sperm and Atomic Samurai was standing in, bruh? This is another Grimm account.
Nah, bro, this is right here, bro. Comment of the week right there, bro. Good shit, bro.
Come on, Odiacoptis, man. Okay, number 9. Black Sperm is the one true king of our hearts. 10. Goketsu mostly uses power attacks, so it'll probably last a long while, but Black Sperm will win. 11. The needle in the haystar. He really wasn't. Needle star. It's kind of shit. 12. Okay, 12. They've written what your original question was, which you wrote difft. Whatever that is, I wouldn't do it to a child. Child Emperor would destroy my entire gene pool. Okay. That sounds about Alabama. 13. 13 is hashtag premature ejaculation. I'm pretty sure you asked for what you asked for what number best describes this chapter. They read it as what hashtag best describes this chapter.
I mean, both works.
Oh no, that's what it was. Yo, I'm fucking. Oh!
No, you did not mess up your own question.
No, I did. I swear to God, it was that. It was what hashtag best describes this chapter.
Oh my god.
Hey, Nick, not bad, bro. I think most of the people got it because I'm starting to see it as I slide up. But
Audiocopters, I gotta apologize. I was laughing at your hashtag because I thought you were stupid, but it turns out I'm the stupid one.
No, Sundown.
Hashtag
You're
black.
Hey, shut up, man.
It turns out there might have been another guy that led me to believe that. But 14, he's old news. I'll go with a new blood. Okay, black sperm then. 15. No, I'm not that into her anyway. Oh, okay.
Wow.
And then 16. Was there a 16? Okay,
No,
so 16.
that's the Teletubby.
The Teletubby name. How do we? This guy did this on Wednesday, didn't he? Did he edit this?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's absolutely comment of the week then. No doubt.
So 16. This guy's on.
On the ball. Good job.
Good job. Alright, so if black sperm was a Teletubby, his name would either be Gabby, short for gamete, which is a sex cell, by the way, or Myo, short for meiosis, which is the splitting of sex cells. This guy has done.
This is the best.
This guy has studied.
Damn, bro.
Gammy or Mayo?
This guy has studied. He has studied at least up to GCSE biology. So good job there, Odia Copy.
Run a portion school system.
Good job,
Hashtag King, and good job for the edits.
bro. Gang, bro. Good job. That's a poll question right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Alrighty. Next. I don't think we've read this one. David Boots 1. Number 1. Like a mascot, yes. Don't make this weird. About the Child Emperor and not Fubuki. Damn it. Mizuki question. I mean, either one, it would be inappropriate, to be honest. Let's keep it honest. Number 2. Yes, of course. If Child Emperor impressed you this chapter. Yeah, agreed. 3. Ends in sex. Give you a little hint of what that. Yeah, that would be interesting. 4. Garo, Atomic Samurai, seems to have his hands full, and narratively speaking, Garo has the closest relationship. I was running out of breath there. With Taro. We kind of all agreed on that, I think, at this point. 5. Vakuma is a demon. He stomps. Well, he's an elephant too, so. 6. Pureblood is a demon. He stomps. Oh, I'm seeing a pattern now. 7. Give Wakama to Royal Ripper.
Oh,
No, that plays a little too well with what happened earlier. Let's see. 8. Multi-headed black sperm.
What?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was badass.
Let's see. 9. Probably Garo. He ate a monster cell. Wait. The favorite monster king candidate. Okay. 10. BS. Goketsu is overhyped trash.
Dang.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay. Let the fires burn. 11. Both BS and AS were equally entertaining. They were.
Agreed.
12. I'd be smart about it, get a bachelor's degree in education, get hired by a school, befriend CE over the course of the years, and then blow his brains out during nap time. That's if you got to choose when you fought him. You know?
I respect the long con.
But talk about the long game, huh?
Psychopath.
No. So that means that Child Emperor would be hitting that Mizuki booty for years, bro, while you was just sitting there creeping and scheming and shit. I don't know if I could take that risk, man. I don't know, man. Especially if he's got a big bro. If Child Emperor's got a big dick, bro, that shit gonna be loose.
What's the next question, Keishan?
Okay. 13 is 69 for the number that describes the chapter. And
The hashtag.
well, half of us didn't know that apparently, so at least it's funny. 14 BS Mesoguard's marbles are exploitable weaknesses that BS doesn't seem to have. Well, we just saw one chapter with the guy. It's hard to know what his weaknesses are, or his strengths for that matter. And then 15, I'd throw the fight on purpose. Okay.
What did I tell
Y'all
you?
niggas gay.
I told you.
And then hashtag King Engine.
Gay. All right. So
No,
that's-
you don't get the gang, bro.
All right. So that's 2 of them. All right.
It is a thing, Grimm. You didn't want to believe it, but it is a thing.
Let me ask you guys a question. No, let me not.
Right, Whale
Honesty
King
time with
Davis. Right, we're gonna just carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Whelping Davis says, number 1, she does, but platonic. Number 2, she goes, man, Child Emperor is a fiery goat. How one avoided writing him into the story earlier, other than a bonus chapter, is a mystery to me. Number 3, it's put Gyoro lost after stripping his clothes off, using her telekinesis old anime style. Okay. Number 4, he's put Zombie Man instead of Child Emperor. Zhoniin told me Gundam style. Okay. Maybe Zhoniin could clear it. Oh wait, no, he's... Okay. Number 5, support team. But there would be a death and Mizuki and Sniper Boy clutching. Yeah. Number 6, pure blood. Mizuki will have shiny skin tonight.
Oh god.
Number 7, I'd rather quickly forget he existed. And 8, but Black Sperm 100%. Goro's his favourite Monster King candidate at number 9. Number 10, is that Versus? Well, I'm not sure. I think Goketsu takes this till I see more from the Teletubby. Number 11 is to put Child Emperor. 12, I go down hard. Mizuki's booty would be nice, but...
Hold on. Whoop.
I couldn't even take a single step towards Mizuki for Child Emperor would pulverize me with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
13, number 6. Good chapter, but I'm still waiting for more than I'm still waiting for more after what I saw, what Phoenix Man has done. 14, Black Sperm. You can't count countless, but I can count 5 to Melzagard. Or Melzagard. And 16, my mildly chubby, short breath self would like to know, would losing on purpose be cheating?
Another one. It's like 3 from 4, right?
Damn, that's 3.
Hashtag
Right?
King
Yeah.
Engine, yeah.
3 from 4, bro. And then two out of 3 niggas said numbers instead of the hashtag, bro. I'm losing.
Proofread.
You guys down for another round, or should we just keep going?
Yeah, I'm done for another round.
What do you constitute for another round?
Whoop.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll read Sloth Ganger 69. I don't think I've ever read this comic before. All right, so number 1, Grimm. That's not a good question. Why would you ask that? Well, technically, that's not a good answer since you didn't answer it.
Tell him twice.
I love how Satsuki's ripping into the guy, but completely agrees with it.
It's not a nigga.
I mean, hey. 2, yeah, he's a lot cooler than I thought he was going to be. Probably one of my favorite heroes now. 3, is this question in English? Like, what are you asking?
Yeah.
You're not answering the question, though.
This nigga, man.
Oh shit.
All right, number 4, I think Child Emperor, but I'm hoping for another Garo appearance. Okay. 5, support team, really, unless Vakuma sucks in a really strong monster. Okay, so he's assuming that he doesn't have the power element boost thing that we've seen him have. 6, pure blood. If there are other monsters around, he can heal by eating them. I mean,
He need
All
people
he has to
too.
do is kill. Yeah, I'm saying. Oh yeah, he can just kill the heroes. There's no issue. 7 hashtag fuck Wagama. Hey, gang gang. 8 Black Sperm. Been waiting for so long to see him get the Murata treatment.
Yeah.
I guess he means like the close up of his face. Yeah. 9 Black Sperm. 10 Black Sperm. 11 Black Sperm. 12. I don't know how to answer these. Like, what the fuck, man?
Hey, you not getting the king engine, bitch.
Hey, it be like that. The 13 hashtag fuck Wagama. I
Hey.
fucking hate that. Hey.
I think we all do
14.
at this point.
Yeah, we do. 14 Black Sperm. Melzigard had the marbles. Black Sperm can just keep coming back. At least from what we've seen. 15, no. She's a fucking A-class hero. I'm not. Ooh.
That's not a good word.
Is it Grimm? Is that not a good word?
That's the only word that's not good, bro.
I was that the only word that's not good.
But sloth is gay.
Ooh, wait. Mizuki's A-class?
Nah.
She's B.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, next up is Haji, who I believe is new to the Discord, so welcome.
Welcome, my boy.
Number 1 is Shota plus Buff Oni-san. Not bad. I'm not sure which Shota we're talking about.
Is Shota like an age difference, or like a little boy to a girl, something like that?
Yeah, it's like
It's
little
boys.
Okay.
It's like Lolicon is like the female version. Shada is like the Shadakon is like the male version, I suppose.
So it's a man in
That's
a child's
right.
body, basically.
No, it's a little.
just a child.
It's a kid. It's literally just a boy.
Because I thought a lolly was like a woman, but she has like the features of a little girl.
No, I think a lot is just like a little girl.
I
But
mean,
like,
it can maybe go to what
maybe-
you described.
I guess, but
No,
I
but
think the body type.
People stretch out the term of Lolicon, so it extends to like, you know, females with just like childlike bodies, but not necessarily childs. With Shadakon, I don't really see people flexing. I don't really even see people say that term.
Yeah.
So it's never really been applied to like and we usually don't see that anyways. Yeah.
Because like, isn't Tatsumaki not a lolly? She's not a lolly, right?
I wouldn't
By
think
literal
so.
definition, no.
Anyway, I'll continue. Number 2, hell yeah. That was to, if you were impressed by Child Emperor. 3, grow, without breaking a sweat. Yeah, that's what I've about figured. 4 is King, to who Tario would meet up with.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Wow.
I still want to see that scenario of where he just thinks it's another monster in disguise, though. 5, Vakuma. Yeah, for the support team fight. And then 6, they actually give it to the support team against Pure Blood.
That's crazy.
Because the support team have a chance, but it's very vague. I mean, PB. Who the hell's PB?
The pure blood.
I'm not.
Pure blood.
Yeah, I guess. Caught ballistic bullets with his bare hands, so only Ian would have a good chance of survival against him. I guess.
Nah,
I don't
think so.
know. That's really vague then. But they said it themselves.
He beat Zombie Man
7
200 times, bro. That means he could beat 200 support group members.
Yeah, true. 7, scold him and let him drown in his own guilt. God. Okay. 8, Spermy Boy. 9, Garo. 10, I don't want to spoil things to you, Grimm, but stop comparing my boys.
Stop.
No, there's nothing there. It
Okay,
just
okay.
says, "Stop comparing my boy Spermy to others."
All right, bet.
So, 11, Child Emperor. Which one was that again? Who was the the star of the chapter? 12, that kid can kill a bear with his bare hands. Do I look like Yujiro Hanma to you?
Yeah,
I don't know who
Sundown.
that
Well, I'd have to ask who the frick Yujiro Hanma was, boy.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
That's some rocky stuff, that is.
And then to continue it, he would whoop my ass from Monday to Sunday. Okay.
It's 2 days. You'll be all right.
I don't think it's
Oh, no, it's the whole week. Never mind.
Monday to Sunday, not number 13. Hashtag you were looking down at me, are you? And then 14, Spermy Boy mid diff.
Oh, that's 2 for 2. That's 2 people who have used the hashtag and 2 people who use the 50-50, right?
And then finally 15, I have a friend that wants to meet you who happens to be a psychologist. Want me to give you his number. He will even give some discount if you mention my name. I think we know who this is towards.
Damn, Satsuki.
I mean, but the thing is, he answered the first question, but not the last one.
Yeah.
And it's not that direct. It's not like a big gap in like the deviancy. So the last one.
We all have spectrums, I suppose. Yep. And there's no hashtag King Engine. So
Damn, my boy. For that
you were
next
doing
one.
so good.
Yeah, it's his first time commenting though. So I'll hide you. Make sure you put that King Engine in the hashtag, baby. So up next we have Townsy. Shout out to Townsy. He has a YouTube channel. He does content and stuff. He does live reactions to different kinds of like I think it's One Punch Man, 7 Deadly Sins, and stuff like that. So check out his channel. For number 1, he says she's probably hella impressed by him. Confirmed, bro. Shit, man. She probably sees the bulge in the front of his pants and shit. You don't know. For number 2, goddamn right, that's boy. Or that's that boy. Confirmed, bro. That's that nigga, bro. Confirmed. For number 3, Mizuki and Fubuki in 4. All right.
Sure.
For number 4,
Like this is coming from a Fubuki. Damn. No.
For number 4, he says Atomic Samurai, but he might lose. That's my dude, though. Shit, bro. I don't hear that. For number 5, the support team. Probable. I think so, too. Number 6, Pure Blood. Confirmed. For number 7, nah. Child Emperor should take Oganma's whole ass back underground until they save Tadia.
Just forsake the whole shit.
Just bring his ass to
Apologize.
Hey, you really should have done that. Like, all right, you're coming with me. Tell me where he's at. Number 8, Black Sperm. Def had the best design. Possible. I definitely agree with the Mizuki runner-up. Number 9, make way for Monster King Garo. Don't think he'll end up that way. Alright. For number 10, Black Sperm in 4. Confirmed. For number 11, this was a chapter of King Nut.
Oh, God.
These people with these names. For number 12, IDK what the fuck all that meant, but I like Mizuki's booty. Alright, so Townsie's getting bodied by Child, bro. For number 13, 5 out of 5, fuck, man. 3-2, I'm losing.
There we go.
For 14, Once You Go Black. And for number 15, he says it's gonna be a hard pass. Whoa.
And gang.
And they have a different kind of hashtag.
Atomic Nation. There's a few people who had different hashtags, so we'll definitely accept it, especially if they're on topic. Atomic Gang, gang, gang. And then I'll read the last guy that's new. Right. And up next we have AIM 2734. What's up, bro? Welcome to the Discord and shit. I think you've been here for a while, though. So number 1, he says, yes, but not romantically. It's tragic. For number 2, yes. I also like how annoyed he is by the other heroes. Confirmed. Number 3, Giro wins. Yep. Number 4, neither. But I'll say Giro. Alright. Number 5, support team wins. Number 6, Pureblood wins. Confirmed. Number 7, nah. But give him a lesson. Yeah, like taking him down there. Number 8, Black Sperm, very spooky. Oh yeah, definitely agreed. For number 9, Phoenix Man, because of his ability, it would have been a great monster. He would have been a great monster king. Confirmed, bro. Hell yeah, that's my pick. Oh shit. For number 10, Black Sperm wins. Number 11, Black Sperm. For number 12, I wouldn't do that. What? He said he wouldn't fight? Wow, you a bitch for that, bro. I'm sorry. Hell no, man. That booty, that Mizuki. 13, he says simple character design for the win. Confirm. 14, Black Sperm wins. Mazugard's weak point is too easy to spot and exploit, and Black Sperm's ability is just better. For number 15, he says no. Damn, bro. Oh my. All right. So that's it for this week's poll questions. You guys did an amazing job answering it. Shout out to the comment of the week. Oh, what was his name again? Oki.
It was. Let me find his face. It was.
Odiacoptis. Oh yeah, Odiacoptis. Yeah. Shout out to my boy for getting that shit. Now it's just at the art gallery, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Forgot about that.
I actually thought about it beforehand.
We can skip it. I can just make it manually. Put it at the end. You guys want to?
Yeah, it's probably just easier.
I'm probably going to dip out.
We've been doing this for 3 hours.
Alright, bet.
Anything with the thumbnails quickly?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I lost.
Okay. I'll see you guys later.
I have just 2 minutes sundown because
2 minutes.
mate, you need to get your crown.
All right. I'm in.
Alright, so additionally, we asked a poll question that's going to be reoccurring. We asked for the best thumbnail. Now, this thumbnail is the first video that we do on the chapter after its release. So most of it is going to be reviews and live reactions. So coming in last place, tied for last place, the last fucking 2 is looks like it's Matt and Keishan Prime with their thumbnails. They look like a badass though. They're straight.
I mean, to be fair, one of the people who voted on mine was Satsuki, so I'll take that. Thank you very much. The other was MC Dude, who's a regular. Thank you. And so was Sperm. I think that's Marley. And I'm never going to win this, and that's probably the best I'll do, so I'll take it.
Yours is pretty straight, bro. It was alright. Coming up in the runner-up spot, it was alright. It wasn't anything. It wasn't everything, but it was alright. Is Satsuki the Savage with his divide and conquer thumbnail. This look clean though, bro. I'm not gonna, bro. The blurred out atomic in the back with the concentrated atomic in the front. That's clean as fuck. But too bad it was not enough. It wasn't enough. Cause that Black Sperm thumbnail, bruh. That African Skeet, bruh. What was the name that they gave him? That Blackie Sacky. that Darky Lucky.
Hanky Lanky.
that Cummy Wummy. That Cummy Wummy thumbnail came on top with 11 votes. And I think we actually had some results on
I think you actually voted for yourself, Grimm. You cheating bastard.
So you have to knock I don't know, let's say 5 votes away from that one. If we tally up the votes with Sundown, it's and we have to give him an extra 2 just to say, oh, I think he wins. What?
Hold your horses, guys. We also had polls that were answered in Amino. So on the amino pose, let's see who won. Oh, damn! Y'all niggas got bodied, bruh. Y'all niggas got bodied, bruh. So on the amino pose, guess who's tied for 0%?
Wait.
Oh, it's gotta be me and Keisha again, right?
Oh well, you didn't even spell my name right.
Bro, I was tripping this week, bro. Like my fingers must have grown or something. I don't know, man. Typos everywhere. With 6.7%. That's right. Not 67. 6.7% of the votes. You got Satsuki the Savage, right?
I was robbed.
And then with 93% of the votes, bruh. No, matter of fact, 93.3. You got that. Come you on me, bruh. Yeah. Bro, I got the hiccups.
I still think Sundowns wasn't there. He would have won. So I'm still
If you enjoy my my thumbnail, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Oh shit. Alright guys, you guys already know what it is. That was it for 111's discussion podcast. Please check out 110 to put them together so you can see the entirety of Black Sperm's introduction along with the situation. There's a lot of points to speculate on, so next week we'll also be probably unraveling the mystery that is Black Sperm if Productive decides not to cut away from it. We're also anticipating a bunch of other things like the girl titty, so keep your eye out for the chapters. It should be banging next week. Make sure you check out everybody's content. We did our first Shogun's weekly roundup video, which is like we summarize the week's events in the community and shit like that. So check that out if you want to get some insight on the videos that everybody else here did, like Matt, Keisha, Satsuki, Sundown. Make sure you check that video out. We did our second installment of the Monsters Anomaly video, a collab between me and Satsuki. We were able to pull out the Pure Blood Explain examination. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and slide over there. As I mentioned before, everybody did reviews and live reactions to the chapter. Matt and Satsuki finally got them out on time and early and did them. So make sure you guys show support.
And me and Griefer started a weekly read of mangas that we read. We do a stream and change off.
Bet.
So you'll either find it on my channel or
Nice.
usually on a Saturday.
Alright, so before we head out, so let's say that like Chad Emperor's room.
Yo ho ho!
Yo ho ho!